Hey, what are you starting off? You're starting off with Thor's?
Yes, it's box 5 today. It's all my 4 boxes, and we went live about 5 seconds ago. So we are live now, guys. We're live.
Right. Hey,
we're live and large and in the house. Yeah, I think Carl's going to dig out his journey into mystery, and we'll see how many 4s we've got all together. You got some journey into mystery. You've got some big 4 keys, haven't you? Because he's your boy, isn't he? Old Thor, the god of thunder, Odin's son.
So should we start by going to the oldest and whoever comes up with the first one?
Can do. I'll be a lot while waiting for me then. Let's start off. This box actually, it's ostensibly my 4 box, but it's not all 4 actually. I've got this much in there aren't 4.
I don't have too many journey into mysteries.
Oh,
I can help fix that, Ray.
Ooh, well, yeah, I'll give you Avengers 118.
Early for that, but you give me Avengers 118, the original art. If you want some of my journey into mystery.
I'm gonna start off then. I've got Anarchy, randomly a Batman villain. Anarchy. You know who's got in? Anarchy, the Green Lantern power. Apparently. I think it's an Alan Grant story. Long Brave Fogel art. He had a little run for a while. Didn't go very long though. 7 or 8 issues. Ugh.
Oh God!
Got stuff in this bag. There you go. Got them out. Bit of glare in here today. Is it just me, or is it very picture not very good today?
Little bit of a glare.
And this is a really rather weird. Atop the Haunted Tank. Who guessed that Anarchy and the Haunted Tank had a team up? Bit of a strange one. Your name is Anarchy. One of these guys is your father. So it's either Joker, Killer Croc, Two-Face, or the ventriloquist. Apparently he's the father of Anarchy. There you go. That's the Anarchy in this box. Anarchy in the UK box. And I've got a few Vertigo. If you saw the Sandman TV show, you'll know this guy. The Corinthian, everyone's favourite nightmare.
Ooh, I like that cover.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Hey, Roger.
I like that.
Give you the link if you want to come in later on. Or now even. I can send you the link. Strange little covers. Hey, look what the cat dragged in. Mark is here.
Hey, Mark.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
There you go. A Vertigo production, part 3 of The Corinthian. You got these ones, Mark? You like The Corinthian, didn't you? Sandman?
I do like the Corinthian, but I haven't got those ones.
Ah, little 3-parter. Basically, this is my box 5. It's mainly 4, but there's a few tucked in before the 4. Yeah, and I'll probably end up, once I get a few 4 that are on my list, these will probably have to be moved somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right. Next thing in here, I've got the Dead Boy Detectives.
Oh, yes.
Hi, Apex. All right, mate. Wasn't this supposed to be a TV show, so the Dead Boy Detectives coming up or something?
There is. I think there is. Yeah, there was one scheduled, definitely.
Yeah. You never know nowadays. Things get announced and then...
I know. It used to have been a long time coming.
Yeah. Well, I suppose with the popularity of the Sandman show, maybe these will come along.
They did appear actually on the Teen Titans show.
All right. Well, the most recent one.
No, I think it was series 1.
Really?
Mm.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think I've definitely seen them. Might have been series 2, or it may just be my adult old brain. But
It might have been they weren't named as such or something. I'm not too sure. Yeah, Dead Boy Detectives Apex, like Ghost.
Oh, no, it wasn't Teen Titans. It was Doom Patrol.
Ah, okay. I don't remember doing that either. Unless it was, I don't know. Season I'm not seeing yet. But this is a bit of a crappy, I don't know. My first proper crossover that I sort of collected quite a lot of issues from. Out on, I got bad signal tonight, I think. I kind of missed out on Infinite Crisis, or Crisis and Infinite Earths. When I first started collecting, when I first had money to collect, it was Millennium. And this is the team that came out of the Millennium. The New Guardians. It's supposed to be the future for humanity, the next step on the evolutionary ladder that will take us into the future. There's Harbinger there. And like literally no one remembers them now because they did bugger all with them. They had this 12-parter, which was rubbish. And then it disappeared into nothingness. There's the Floronic Man. It's probably the only one that people might know, the Floronic Man, because he was already a supervillain at the time. I'm not sure if it's retconned, but he's supposed to be the guy who turned Poison Ivy into Poison Ivy, basically. Jason Floronic Man. Yeah. And you might be aware of this one. I don't remember. It's been long since I read them, but apparently there's a villain in one of these. I think it must be this one, whose powers are all based on cocaine. He's like, I don't know, the living embodiment of cocaine or some rubbish like that. I'm not even sure. I think he's called Snow or White Snow or something like that. And the story is meant to be that, yeah, it's very strange. Let's look at his name here. Let's see. Now, cocaine is my god. I am a snowflame. Every cell of my being burns with white hot ecstasy. Cocaine is my god, and I am the human instrument of its will. Is what it's saying in this panel here. It's like, okay, mate. I don't know who wrote it. Engelhart, Bates, Statten, and Farmer. But I'm guessing they had a problem. Maybe I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
The New Guardians. You can search it out in your 50p bins.
Never heard of it.
Probably get change.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was it the Millennium? Was it called Millennium, the event? No, I can't remember the name of the event now. I can't remember if it was called Millennium. I think it was called Millennium. And it was, I don't know, the Guardians of Oa and the Zamorans were getting together to get jiggy, and they were providing the next level of human development or something, the next step on the evolutionary ladder for humanity. And and then it just disappeared up his own backside. It was the one where the manhunters were trying to battle against them. No man escapes the manhunters. The robots who were the original creation, the Owens, they came up with the manhunters before they came up with the Green Lantern Corps. Covers aren't too bad, right? I'd say definitely not memorable. And so unmemorable that DC don't even remember them. But none of these characters, apart from maybe the Floronic Man, have ever seen the light of day ever again. I think they were so unbothered by them all that they didn't even bother killing them off. And normally, like DC would dig out a character that's not been used for ages just to kill them off and to start off a new storyline, like a new big crossover. And they dig out some characters and kill them all off, just so they can make these storylines seem like it's.
So what happens in the final issue then, Gray? It looks like they've sort of evolved into some sort of.
I have no idea. That doesn't look like the same people, does it? It's like the same same poses on the first cover, but it's not the same people. Let's see. Let's read the very last panel. It's just someone saying, "I love you all." That's the very last panel. Yeah. There. Right. Someone else show something. I've got a couple more to go before I get to me and me four, but
You've really gone down an obscure side alley of comics there, Gray.
Well, do we want to go into Thor now, or do you want me to hold off?
Late 80s rubbish. Let's say hello to the people in chat who turned up. We've got Metarog. You want to see Metarog. We've got Werewolf by Lunchtime. We've got Comic Eclectic Geek because turned up to say hi as well. And Apex Comics.
Roger.
Thanks.
Everybody.
Just the machine. Yeah, okay, maybe. But yeah, anyone wants to show some stuff, feel free. Anyone got any new comics they want to show this week?
Do we want to show new? Do we want to go real old?
Whatever you want, mate. Whatever you want. Pick a box, look in the box, show us what you got.
Right? You want me to dig out some old Thor?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a little
Zars
bit.
is here as well. Let's put you on the big screen. Hold on a sec.
He's gonna tease me with him.
I think I got Kill Light behind me. There we go. Issue 85, the second appearance of Loki.
Nice.
And then this old story that goes with issue 90 here. This was Tom Brevoort, Marvel editor-in-chief. This was his childhood copy. So there's 90.
Nice looking copy.
That 90 had only been owned by Tom Brevoort, Scott Harris King, and me. That was bought off the rack by Tom Brevoort, and I'm only the third owner. This is 91, I do believe. Yep. 91 with a little tape tear right on his Donecker. It's probably been there for 40 years.
Master of the Supernatural.
Probably the highest grade of all of them I've got here, 95.
Very nice.
Nice.
Nice tape
Another
grade there.
4.
96 with a little tape holding the staple on, but otherwise in decent shape.
Mad.
97 and
yeah, we don't need to hear about the imperfections.
Yeah.
We just appreciate the cover. Don't need to know about this little.
Thor fans should know the significance of this issue.
I mean, why do comics not look as good as this these days?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
This is where Tales of Asgard started.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah.
So 97, 98, the first appearance of Cobra.
Oh, I've lost everyone on the back.
99, first appearance of Mr. Hyde.
I got that one.
Then 100, the first Hyde Cobra team up. And again, in
what like
rather nice grade.
Marvel, quite confusing. Some of the Marvel. What number did 4 start in? Because he wasn't in Journey into Mystery number
126.
Oh, I'll show you in about 10 seconds here. I'll show you what it is. There's
Are you going backwards then?
No, he's going forwards. He's working his way towards 126.
There's 110. I actually meant to put this
He's all saying from Journey into Mystery with 4 in them.
That's a beautiful book. I love that.
There's a bound volume or a bound copy of all the Tales of Asgard stories. Look at it. Yeah. Look at the condition that's in.
That's beautiful.
A new Kirby cover. Back to Journey into Mystery, annual number 1, first appearance of Hercules.
Very nice.
Nice.
And then this is the one you was asked about.
Hercules.
There's 126. That's the first non-Journey into Mystery issue. So
4 starts with 126 then. But I'm talking about when did he start in Journey into Mystery? What issue of Journey into Mystery did he start?
83.
Right. Before that, was it just like monsters, like regular, like a different monster every month?
5 issues before that, right there. That's where he started. All right.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't one of those because there was quite a lot of the other early 4 stuff. It's like two characters together, isn't it? Let's get Ray. Ray's got some books to show. Ray's got.
Ray had a very nice journey.
I wasn't going with. I'm going. You guys show the Thor. You guys got some awesome Thors. I'm going with what if?
What was the one you were just showing, mate? Show us the one you were just showing.
Oh,
Yeah, we have...
right here. This is the Wreck-It one.
The 66 gold reprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those came out just in time for
yeah.
Christmas in 1966.
Lawrence okayed this to me.
So did that come out with a record? Did it in a 45?
Yeah. Those came out those came out for Christmas in 1966. So all of those would be my birthday books. That one would be my birthday.
Turn the record on, Ray, in the background, so we can listen to it while we're showing up.
Yeah, have you got the record, Ray?
No, I don't have the record. No, Morris just sent me the book.
Okay.
But it goes with the Wreck-It.
Yeah.
Who did the voice of Thor? Does anyone know?
I thought Larry Lieber did that.
Really?
Played the voice of Thor.
I thought it was Larry Lieber.
It wasn't a general knowledge question. I'm literally just asking if anyone knew.
Giant size Thor number 1. And then Kyle showed this one.
Mr. Hyde, yeah. Mr. Hyde's a nasty piece of work.
I got 119. This one's a little beat up, but hey, got it at the flea market for a couple of bucks. I'll take it.
Take it.
You know?
Take what you can get. Still looks, I mean, you got bits missing out of it, but you can still see what, you get the general gist of the cover, don't you still?
This is one of my favorites right here. 124.
Enter Hercules.
Little cudgel he's got there, little mace. The Prince of Power.
Prince of Power. Then I got a big gap in between. Then I go to 133, The Living Planet.
Behold the Living Planet. Is that Ego or Eon? Or,
yeah.
It's Ego.
Yeah. Ego.
Ego, is it?
Echo. And then 149.
When falls a hero. Our Wrecker.
And then
because the Wrecking Crew didn't start in 4, did they? I think the Wrecker starts in 4, but the Wrecking Crew starts in Defender, doesn't it?
Record came up in Thor 148. That's where Loki gave him the power. Was in Thor 148, the issue before that.
This is 154.
Wrecker really shouldn't be a 4 villain because he hasn't got the power, like nowhere near the strength of 4 from the old Marvel encyclopedias. He's only got a 40-ton weight bracket, whereas 4's like 100 plus.
That was really good tag teaming there between Kyle and Ray.
Yeah, both show some great old ones.
And then 156. This is a cool cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. I like that.
Does anyone know much about how 4 came to be? Like, as a Marvel, anyone know anything about the history? How Stan came up and decided to use 4?
Well, Stan always likes his classics, doesn't he?
Yeah. I'm guessing he must have read something about it, I suppose. I thought 4 was as good as any.
I'm pretty sure the whole idea for Thor came from Jack Kirby. I'm pretty sure Kirby actually did a Thor backup story, the red-headed Thor. He did a backup story, and I want to say he did it in DC actually, and he brought that with him. It was kind of yeah. There we go into those. I'll be showing those in a little bit. My beater copies of that.
This is the first comic book I ever bought. Right here.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Is that where your love for 4 began then?
Yep, right here. This book right here.
So how old were you when you bought that, right?
1970.
Wow.
I was 12 years old.
Oh, I'm impressed.
Is that the copy?
You always like to hunt people.
Yeah, this is the original book I bought right off the rack.
All right, right. What's it going to take?
You've owned that for over 50 years.
What? Trade me? No,
Trade. What's it going to take for me to trade you for that book?
I don't give up my Thor books.
He's not going to trade it, mate.
I'll
No,
trade you a copy of that plus some more just to own Ray's first comic.
no.
Is it just me? Or is Kyle trying to trade Ray's first ever comic book? Some kind of satanic idea. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You just picture him as like some kind of you can
Absolutely.
take his soul by taking his comic book.
My first comic book,
Very
1970.
there, Kyle.
That
Never.
would be a pedigree to own and then some.
No way.
That would be a pedigree to own.
Appearing in your room and saying, what will it take to give me your first comic book?
Dude, you could pull out old World War II Marvel comics. You could pull out anything else from your collection. Nothing is going to be cooler
I've
than
lost
that.
everything.
Nothing is that is so stupidly cool that you own the first comic you bought and you still fucking own it.
Still
I
own
mean
it.
that
You know
right
why
there,
You know why I still own this? My mother. When I was a kid, when I left the house, my mother put all my comic books in a box for me.
amazing.
40 years later, I got them back.
Yeah.
I
Screw
couldn't
a
believe
Detective 27.
She kept them.
Like that.
My mother kept all my comic books.
Decent.
That's why I was kind of busting your balls on trading that, because as far as I'm concerned, that's like owning a Detective 27 or a Marvel Comics 1. You own your first comic
My
book.
first comic book.
I'm so jealous of that. And it's so cool, because I had to have 180 and 181 in 1980 when I looked in that middle mile high price guide.
You're so jealous that you want to
did
it off him.
Oh no, I was busting his balls. I knew he's not coming off of that.
No,
that'd be one of them things like when Ray passes on and they pedigree his collection, that thing needs to be. I hate slabbing books, but that one needs to be slabbed and highlighted with the actual provenance written in there. This is Ray's first comic.
That one's going in the. That one's going in the casket with him, mate, so you can read it in Valhalla.
No, that needs to be passed on in a pedigree. When he's up
there, and he's got when he's up there, we've got a Valkyrie in both hands, drinking a beer and eating like roast boar. That comic book's going to be with him, so you can read it when he's like fired up carousing and whatever he's getting up to with the Valkyries.
Yeah, the only time that comic's ever going to be in a plastic coffin is with Ray.
Well,
I'm being cremated.
No, but
maybe not then.
It just Ray probably has 1,000 comic books behind him that I'd rather have more than a Thor 180. But he's not going to have a comic book cooler than that Thor 180 because it's his first comic book.
First comic book I ever bought.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what else you whip out. That's going to be the coolest book I've ever seen from your collection.
Thank you.
I still don't get people. I wish I had my first batch of comics. I wish I had some of the 1980 and 81 books I bought off the rack. But life got in the way and they just got smushed away.
I just never remember what my first one is. Looking at the dates on my comics, I think it's X-Men 108. I don't remember buying it as my first comic book. It's only because I remember buying as a kid and I still got it. So that's what makes me think that's the first one that I ever bought. But
I mean, the memory I have of the first, I got like Richie Rich comics when I was a kid. I got Hot Stuff comics as a kid because the Hot Stuff the Little Devil, that was kind of a nickname around my family, so they give me those. But the first one I distinctly remember pointing at on the drugstore shelf was Werewolf by Night 1 that my mom bought me. She thought I was crazy because I was like 6 years old and wanted Werewolf by Night 1. But I mean, that copy's been gone for 50 years, or we probably had it 6 months and it was gone.
Right.
So, and now I've got my copy of it. I'm trading away, but I'd love to have a story where I probably have 3 or 4 comics up there I've had more than 30 years, but all the rest of them are kind of newer gets. So,
yeah, I have 1 or 2 from when I first comic collect. So when I first got into it, I did. So I was buying and selling when I was about 16, 17 in order to augment my pocket money. But I still have a couple from that time that I bought then. It's really beat up old copy of Creepy Worlds that is worth nothing except to me because it was one of my first comics.
And like Paolo's saying there, dude, that tape or not or whatever's holding it together, it's amazing that you have that for 36 years. It's so cool.
Don't tell Kyle what your first comic book was, mate. You'd be after it. You're like,
yeah, I would. Because Ray probably has a pedigree collection.
Telling him what your first comic book was.
Ray probably has what would be considered a pedigree collection, but honestly, I'd still call that the cherry book of his pedigree. And again, value-wise, that's a $25, $30 book, but you couldn't begin to put a price on the one that, well, there you go. Yeah, and Howard the Duck one, that's a good one. But you couldn't begin to put a price on it if you bought it off the rack as a kid. That's what makes now, Ray. You
Alan did buy that.
All like that. You got your second, third, fourth, fifth, and 25th comics. Still,
yes,
yeah.
I ended up with 4 long boxes and 1 short box that my mother saved for me.
Well, that's beautiful.
That's what I had collected.
I
didn't collect. I started in 1970, and I went to like 75, maybe early 76. 76, I graduated from high school. That was it. I was done with comic books. So I only collected basically for 5 years. And that's what I collected in those 5 years. It's 4 long boxes and 1 short.
But your mum did a really good job.
My mum saved them all.
Sold all my Beanos and Dandies.
Saved them all.
Yeah, I can never get with that. When amount of people say their mum, normally the mum for some reason, sold their comics. It's like my mum would never have done that to my comics.
My stepdad threw away our 1952. My stepdad threw away our 1952 Mickey Mantle card that's worth $5 million now.
Oh,
Because he said they'd never be worth anything. He threw away he literally took a lawn bag, threw all the cards in it, and just threw them away. And one of them that was in there is a $5.2 million card now.
Yeah.
And it was in mint condition. We took care of it. It was a 52 Mantle.
Yeah.
And he threw that away in the 80s. Said this shit ain't going to be worth nothing. It's just taking up room. We're just cleaning house.
So I brought,
you can kind of
million.
I brought some Creepy Worlds to show you. Somebody asked me how to bring some Alan Class along.
There you go. I'll dig that later. Ray, I'll never try and talk you out of any of your original comics, but trust me, dude, we need to trade. You've got duplicates. We need to trade one day.
We'll do it. We'll do it, buddy.
So for those watching who are not familiar with Alan Class comics ran in the UK from about 1959 to 1989. And they were reprints of American comics because back in 59, you couldn't get a lot of American comics in the UK, still sort of left over from the Second World War. So Alan Class got the rights to reprint loads of different American comics, including Marvel comics, Archie comics, American Comic Group. He didn't get the right to DC, so you don't see any DC stuff in Alan Class comics. And he had about 7 or 8 titles, produced them monthly, and they were all reprints. They've taken off since I started collecting them. Everybody's followed me. So you used to be able to pick these up for nothing. You used to be able to go into charity shops in the UK. You used to be able to find them you used to pay 10 or 50 pence for these. Now some of these are now going for silly prices.
Are you the prohibitive expert on this now? I mean, literally.
No, definitely not. There's an Alan Class group on Facebook, and there's 3 or 4 guys on there who are just amazing.
Who write the book on it? Because I was wondering if you're about to write the book on it because you're so knowledgeable.
No, I'm sort of second tier. There's about 4 or 5 guys who know everything. So this is one of the long-running titles, was called Creepy Worlds. I was lucky enough to pick this one up last year. It's rare, okay? There is one currently on eBay of this Creepy Worlds #1. It's a horrible cover. It does nothing for me whatsoever. But it is the first sort of one in the run. So that's nothing special. Right, A Complete Ghost. Whenever anybody asks me what comic are you searching for, I have been looking for a Creepy Worlds #2 for 2.5 years. It never appeared. I've never seen a Creepy Worlds #2. Well, anybody out? And the problem is, because they're rare, all the Alan Class guys are always on the lookout for a Creepy World 2. It is rarer than a Creepy Worlds 1. Okay. What I do have, however, is a Creepy Worlds 3. I picked this up in a charity lot for about, for really low price, and it's in pretty good condition. This is pretty rare as well. Creepy Worlds 3, pretty difficult to find. Really lucky to get that one. Then
year #1 came out?
Sorry? Where did I get it? It was an eBay purchase. I found it on eBay last year. Yeah.
Do you know what year it came out though in the UK?
Oh, this was about 1960, 1961, around that sort of time. One of the problems with Alan Clark comics is he never puts any dates on them.
Oh.
So they generally are numbered. So this one does say #1, but there's no date on it. And the reason Alan did that was that he would quite often, if the stock didn't sell, rather than destroying it, he would get it back from the distributors and then reissue it during the holiday season. Yeah, so they would go out to seaside resorts in the UK where parents were trying to get their kids to shut up. They would buy them comics. So rather than pulp the stuff that didn't sell, Alan would resend it out. And if you put a date on it, people would have known it wasn't the current version and therefore wouldn't have bought it. So that's why he never put any date on it.
Is the stories following from one book to another? Would it be like see next to
very rare?
And so they wouldn't be the same characters from one month to the next.
No. Occasionally, but not very often. The other thing you'll find is that quite often, this ran for something like 260 issues for nearly 25-30 years, and quite often he would reprint the same issue, the same reprint. So as you get later in the series, you'll see the same cover as appeared earlier in the series.
Right, and the same content inside as well, or different content inside?
Yeah, quite often. So I was lucky. I picked up a load of these at an auction earlier this year, and they are in. One of the problems with Alan Class comics is they suffer from a spine roll. They're all square bound. This one's in fantastic condition. This is hugely. I don't think that. I suspect that's probably the best condition issue of that you'll ever see. That is a Creepy Worlds 4, dating from about 1960, 1961. It's in a 9+ condition. Phenomenal. I picked up about 10 Creepy Worlds from a private collector in an auction, and they are in amazing condition.
Did you do a video, the 3 stages of spine roll on the Alan
Yes, the 3 stages of Alan. These are the ones I'm showing you are all really good condition. But one of the problems with Alan Class is you can see it beginning to happen on this one. It's because it's a square bound one. Yeah, they're all square.
A giant donut on that cover.
Sorry?
Is that a giant donut?
A giant donut. I think it might be that, or it's somebody's arsehole. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a giant donut facing that fella there.
That was good. That was a good one.
I'll show this to Matilda. She'll like it.
Yeah, definitely.
So so the glue on this sort of dries and begins to get spine roll on the cover. They're very prone to that. These ones I'm actually showing you are amazing. They've got none of that. I don't know how they've survived.
Did you do a wash on one of your Allen class once and the glue all washed off?
Yeah, so yes, I did. So the first Allen class one, I did a complete soak of it, and it worked really well. And the spine held together; the glue didn't dissolve, and it did a fantastic job of. And then the second one I did, the glue all dissolved, and all the pages. And and then one of the Allen class experts. He said to me, he said, I spoke to Alan, and they basically, the printers just used whatever was the cheapest glue at the time. So sometimes it was water soluble and sometimes it wasn't water soluble. So the problem you've got no idea.
No idea. You're taking chances.
Exactly. One of the things you do get on these, you get a lot of Steve Ditko artwork, because Steve Ditko did a load of work for other companies before he joined Marvel. So American Comics Group, Archie Group. He if you get a copy of Atom or The Fly, early issues of those, you'll quite often find it's Steve Ditko artwork. I'm just trying to see if I can find one here. This one's a fun one. This one is an early Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first Groot. That's not an early Groot. That's the first Groot.
That's the first Groot, is it? Okay. Yeah. It's obviously,
the first Groot was 1961. The second Groot wasn't until 1975.
Right. The other nice thing about this is you can actually buy Allen Class's file copies. Okay. So if you look on the back of this, there's a certificate here saying this is Creepy Worlds 55, and it came from Allen Class, and it's signed by Alan here, saying this was his file copy.
Okay.
So Alan is still alive. Allen Class is still alive. He's in his late 80s.
Really?
And he still occasionally releases some of these. He does it through a company called 30th Century Comics. The other thing that he sells off is the original printing plates. So the 4-color print plates, you can actually buy them. And I've got about 10 sets of the printing plates. These Allen Class
you should
comics.
Get him on a Wednesday night, mate.
Yeah, he's I think he's not very tech savvy.
I can imagine being in trouble.
Hey, Roger. Hey, Roger.
Hey, guys. Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Hi, Roger. So one of the things with these things is that quite often you get reprints of Marvel, early Marvel covers. So there's quite a lot of these with Marvel covers, and they tend to be the more expensive ones. In fact, if you go onto eBay now, you will find an Allen Class reprint of the first appearance of Doctor Doom that is selling for £8,300.
Bloody hell!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Here is my best one.
FF1. Wow.
This is Creepy Worlds 32. So basically, Creepy Worlds 32 to 38 are the most expensive Allen Class comics because they reproduced Fantastic Four 1 through to Fantastic Four 7 or 8, I think. And that's you can get these graded. These are expensive comics now. Because this reprint was not that long after the original. So those of you, I'm going to tell this story even if you've heard it before. So when Allen Class had a deal with this distributor who was selling his rights to these comics in the UK, and the distributor said to Alan one day, Alan went to see him in his office in London, And he said, we've got this new comic coming out called Fantastic Four. Are you interested in it? And Alan said, yeah, I'm interested in that. And the guy said, okay, well, I've got a copy here. And he gave him a copy of Fantastic Four #1. Okay, this was when it first came out. So Alan took it, and he took it back to his office. And a couple of weeks later, he was planning the production of this, which is his version of Fantastic Four #1. And his printer came to see him in his office in London. And the printer said to him, Alan, we're going to be printing the first copy of the Fantastic Four #1 next week. Have you got anything for us to base the colours on? So Alan said, yeah, I have actually. And he pulled out his copy of Fantastic Four #1. He ripped the front cover off, gave it to the printer, and threw the rest in the bin. Now, I saw an interview with Alan from about 7 or 8 years ago, doing an interview about this. And he said to the interviewer, look, stop. I don't want to talk about it anymore. He said, I don't want to know how much Fantastic Four 1 is worth. It makes me want to cry.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Alan beat me to getting that one because I wanted your other copy of that one in our big trade.
Yeah, Alan got my 2.5 when I upgraded to 4.5. Yeah.
Do you know Ken Worthing, Mark?
I do know Ken. Yes, he's a great guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. His weekly videos are jaw dropping because he's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
He's a real Alan Class aficionado.
He is. Yeah. He found. Did you see that when he found that box with the Amazing Fantasy 15 reprint? Oh, yeah. Wow.
That's one I haven't got, Roger. I have not got the Amazing Fantasy 15. It's not on the cover. It's in the bulk of the comics, so you have to know which one it's in.
Yeah, he just bought this big lot of them, and he didn't even know it was in there, and he goes, "Oh, look at this!" You know.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And this is one of the things. I do a series called Comic Detective, where I basically open up an Alan Class comic and go through it, because you suddenly find, you'll open up one like that with a complete nondescript cover, and suddenly you'll find the first appearance of Loki, or you'll find the first Ant-Man hidden in here. It's all in black and white in the interior,
right?
But they're great. They're great fun,
and they're infinitely rarer than the originals. So
really? Yeah. These were much lower print runs, and they were for kids. These were just destroyed. So the ones that survived are pretty rare, and surviving in decent condition is even rarer, because people used to, when I used to buy them, they used to put them on market stalls and write, a great big 5 on the front saying it's 5 pence, so they're quite rare, and they really are, whereas you used to be able to buy them for sort of 50 pence, 20 pence. You go and look on eBay now, they're a 5, 10, and the ones with Marvel reprints are, into the 20, 30, 40 pounds now. And the ones with, the one I just showed you with the sort of in the first Fantastic Fours just got loopy. Yeah.
I had a printing plate from 1943 from the last page of Tarzan from
Nice.
I don't even remember. Sparkler Comics 19 from 1942. I traded that away, but I don't mind. Well, I fished out my 2 Alan Class comics. What can you tell me?
There you go. A nice Uncanny Tales.
Uncanny Tales 163. So what? This is probably late 60s.
No, that's later than that, because if you look on it, it's a pence copy.
Yeah.
It says 20 pence.
25.
So that post 71, it's probably about 78, 77, 78.
70. Oh, okay. And then I got the Sinister Tales.
Yeah.
Cool.
Again, similar period. My personal preference is to collect the pre-decimalization ones for a number of reasons. Firstly, they still had the Marvel rights. So he lost the rights to Marvel when Marvel Comics UK set up. So the later editions don't have the Marvel reprints. Secondly, he started doing reprints of the reprints. Yeah. So you'll quite often find the later issues. I think I can show this to you.
He pulled the Charlton.
Yeah, he did exactly that. So you'll find issue 256 has got the same cover as issue 73. Yeah,
Right.
The same contents. And the other thing is he changed to a card stock on the cover, and as soon as you bend it, it creased. So I tend to collect pre-decimalization. I've got quite a lot of post-decimalization ones, just because I buy lots. But if I'm buying single ones, I'll only buy pre-decimalization ones.
Everyone else having trouble with the stream? I'm getting blinking every other sentence, like long periods of like nothing but circles spinning around in everybody's faces.
Sounds like you're cutting out and then cutting back in. Everybody else is bright and shiny on here, but you're foggy.
Yeah, it's my internet's crap. No, I don't want to say anything twice. As long as everyone can hear it properly on the stream, it's okay. It's fine.
We hear you fine. I hear you fine.
I can hear you.
Yeah, no, it's like me hearing everybody else. Like literally, I'm getting nothing but black boxes with like little circles flicking around like that, and then every again I see a comic book. Let me go through some more of these then, because it will be a long night otherwise. Right, so this is the last ones I've got in here before we get to the 4. We've got some Marvel Max comic books. Born, which I think is a Punisher story, I believe. This is how, sort of half of how he became the Punisher. Basically, Vietnam. Although I don't know what they're using nowadays for Punisher, because he's too old. You know, he can't be Vietnam anymore, can he? He'd be in his late 70s, wouldn't he now? I don't know quite how old he'd be if he was in Vietnam now.
Maybe Gulf War.
Yeah, I think it's Gulf War nowadays, isn't it? And the trouble with comic books, they they're always something in their origins that will age them. And it's like, how do we keep on using this character and we're still trying to say that this is the current era, you know? It's an awkward thing, really. So we were better off making up historical events rather than using real historical events. So there you go. That's a little 4-parter Punisher, and then we've got a 6-parter Nick Fury. Not so much Shield, but definitely like a government agent kind of thing. I think it goes a little bit into his history as well.
Explicit content. Was that the Max series?
Yeah, the Max. Yeah, Marvel Max. Garth Ennis, I believe, did both of these. Yeah, so you know what he's like. You know what to expect from Garth Ennis. Lots of blood and guts and swearing and all good stuff. All the stuff that Roger shows on Cover Slingers practically every week.
And nudity.
The smut, the gore, the violence. You know,
the bestiality.
I keep saying this is going to stick. People are going to start believing.
You're right. You tell a lie enough times, people start to believe it. Right?
Yeah. Oh, that's a snow cover, isn't it? Oh, look, we could have used this one.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Snow in the
dandruff. Bad case of dandruff.
Yeah, I'm not
Rayman, unless the snowballs are this big, Rayman, dandruff.
Dandruff.
Yeah. And I've got a birthday card in here from many moons ago. It happened to have 4 on it, so it's got in my 4 box.
Ooh, I like that.
Nice.
I like that.
It was for a birthday one year from Lots of Love, Rachel.
Oh.
Can't be my brother's ex-wife because his name's not on there. I wouldn't know who's Rachel. Oh, I don't know. She wouldn't have given me a card on her own without my brother's name in it or me. I don't know.
Well, it was a woman who was obviously trying to seduce you because she knew you liked it.
Trying to get you through comics.
My birthday's in September too, Gray Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I highly doubt anyone was trying to seduce me. Right, my oldest 4 then. This is my oldest 4. I only bought it recently. So when did 4 start in? 126 was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I've got 137, which is not too bad. It's the first.
I'm holding it in my hand.
Look at that. Yeah.
I'm holding it in my hand. I was about to go. If you don't have one this old, I'll find a way to get this to you, and you pop it.
Yeah. No, I picked this one up just recently. It wasn't too expensive either. It's not in the greatest condition, but I only picked it up for like £5 or £6 or something. And I was like, oh yeah, well pleased with that because Ulick is like just one of 4's, villains that you see.
Is it Ulick or Ulick?
Ulick. You lick, I lick, we lick. I don't know.
I used to call
Conjugate the
it
verb.
I figure you
I
lick,
we
you know. Yeah.
You lick, they lick.
You lick could get confusing, you know what I mean?
And the second eldest one is my
I
birthday
lick.
book. Yeah, my birthday book
Oh,
from
that's a good one.
September
I love that
1969.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a great one. I love that
I
cover.
believe. I think
That
it was
could be used on Saturday.
Pardon?
Yeah, it could have been. Couldn't
Giant,
it?
yeah.
Good point.
Yes,
I've got
a
that.
giant humanoid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I've got
Galactus
mine
counts as a
already,
giant
though.
humanoid. I hadn't thought about that, Rog. I'm going
You
to.
use that for giant fingers too.
The giant hands, the giant fingers.
Hey, if it looks human, it's fair game.
Yeah, and he counts as giant sized.
Yeah. Even when Reed Richards, rescued him, he was still bigger than normal.
He froze up doing the old.
He's
Hey,
doing the
I
old Heisman there.
He's doing
That's the one he needs. That's the one he
got that
needs.
one. Hey, Louis. How you doing, buddy?
God, even the
You lick the troll was
You lick
like.
the
chat's
flame.
going.
It's all right.
So you look. Well, this is.
Oh, yeah,
I
don't
might have
lick
to
the
do this
troll.
one on Saturday. This is.
He just had those big knuckles
go.
or whatever.
Look at that one.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Is that Ulick
Yeah,
again?
it's a great one. That
Yeah.
one.
Now that's one of the
It's
storm
sensational
giants. I
silent
think.
one. He's called the silent one.
Oh, silent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he hitting him with his ball sack? I
That's
mean, am
what
I
he did.
seeing that wrong, or is he getting teabagged right there?
No, that's just how you see things, Kyle. Come on now, come on, control yourself, man. You always put Matilda to shame. I've actually got a hole in this bag. Imagine this is how it comes to bag and ball, and there's a massive hole in the middle of this bag. I'm still using
Oh wow. Yep. That needs a
it. Maybe I
rebag.
should replace that one.
Yeah. Louis thinks that you played
Yeah.
football over here because you had that Heisman pose just frozen.
Oh, did I freeze again? Oh dear. Yeah.
You did before. Yeah.
This
It was
is
just like that.
this
You know,
is-
it's
almost
amazing.
like for a giant. 4 is pretty decent for a giant character. I'm not sure if this is a giant. It just looks bigger than these ones, but I think they're sitting below rather than actually
Yeah, it might
being
be
giant.
perspective there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's perspective.
Yeah. Hear ye, what am I bid for this fine specimen of godhood? Your life, lizard man, for his. There you go.
Ah, it's a god auction.
Yeah. Gods for sale. Get your gods here.
The god's here.
Yeah. 3 gods for £1.
Jeez.
Right. No matter thy strength, 4 is the mightier. I do like a bit of Asgard speak.
Yeah.
Verily, verily it is so. I do like a bit
Verily, I
of
say it.
Asgardian smack chat.
Yeah, so I like a bit of
Yeah. I will
Asgardian.
smiteth thee.
I'm going to smite him with thine hammer.
Yeah. There's another giant. There's another giant here. Let's take it out of the bag. It's because this bag is so grubby. Might have to wash my hands after touching this bag.
Is that Avalon, I think?
For my universe to live, the god of thunder must die.
Yeah.
I think that's another one.
Avalon there.
You could use on Saturday.
Another giant, yeah. I'm giving you guys ideas now for your
Yeah.
I already got mine. They're picked
your
out. So I already got mine ready to
yeah, I
go.
hope you're not picking the ones I want.
And I haven't
They're
got an
gonna be- they're gonna
invitation,
be
so
not
I
again.
guess you just don't want to lose to me because I didn't get an invitation.
Oh, you're not beating my 5, buddy. Trust me. It ain't
Yeah,
happening.
you're not.
I didn't
you're
get an
not welcome.
invitation, so I
It ain't
can't.
happening. We'll keep it as
Well, I
theoretical,
can only-
okay? But it wasn't. It's not going to
I can
happen.
only have 6 people on every week. But saying that, I'm waiting to hear back from Roscoe. Cap's pulled out because he's got to have an operation. I think he's got an abscess of his tooth or something. I can't remember what he said. So I've invited Mark on. I've invited Mark. He was like,
All
"I'll
right.
invite Kyle. I'll invite Mark."
Yeah,
And I
been
was
here
like,
for about 3 months.
See how
He's
you
not been
are?
on for ages.
Yeah, it'd be great to have Mark back
See
on
how you
there.
are? Just showing off books I'm coming up with later. Yeah, I see how you are.
Oh,
Don't worry, Mark. I don't have any Atlas Seaboard in my six. In my phone.
You might see some
Yeah.
Alan Clark's on Saturday. There's lots of giants.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
Lots of giants. I
This-
might
this
actually
one
do
is-
a bill and just do Alan Clark's giants.
That'd be cool.
This one's in very good, suspiciously good condition. This one, suspiciously good.
Yeah,
That's
good.
that first ad of the Hulk 181,
It's
right?
even got a barcode on it. It's even got a barcode on it. That's how suspiciously good condition it's in.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I thought
facsimile,
the
believe.
color looked a little off, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah. This one Matilda gave to me actually. Matilda got this and she read it
cool.
and she didn't want it anymore, so she said.
I bought that one off the rack, Ray.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
bought
the
that one right off
original.
the rack myself.
Significance of this one, why it had a facsimile edition. It's like, what's it the first appearance of?
The ad, that ad that had the Wolverine on the Hulk 181 blurb in the middle there. The letters.
Is that why
paint.
it's been printed? Just for the
Yep, that's it. The story has no. It's not key in any way, other than that.
Oh, wow.
And you have the Daredevil one and the Marvel Premiere 19, I think it is. Those are for 20. I forgot one of them.
Gosh. Is Thor's battle cry for Odin, for Asgard.
Oh, well, since Roger mentioned it, let me go back and grab this.
Got two Thors on this cover.
Nice
So I
Kirby.
think this is just
Nice
different
Kirby stuff there.
scenes.
I like when it has those multiple panels or sections.
Yeah.
The
That's
Warriors 3.
And the way he twirled the hammer with the
Hogrin,
lines.
Fangral, and Volstagg. Is that? Does anyone remember
Yeah, I love when he
Hogrin,
spins that
Fangral,
hammer.
and Volstagg? Isn't it?
The whatever 3. Something
Warriors
3.
3.
Warriors 3, yeah.
Warriors. Yeah. Right. That's do for now. You want to show some stuff, Roger? You not showing anything yet?
Sure. I got my giveaway box here, so
Oh,
let's see if you guys
Roger, give it away.
Hey, Roger.
Yes.
Whatever you do,
Since you
don't
mentioned
show the
Marvel
first copy you ever
Premiere
bought.
19,
Yep, there it is.
If
Yep,
you show the first comic
There
book
it is.
you ever
Yep.
bought,
there it is.
Kyle will try and steal your soul.
All right.
huh? Do what?
I'm saying whatever you do,
Where were you
don't
saying,
show
Kyle?
the first comic book you ever bought.
Yeah, you gonna show the first comic?
Oh,
you
yeah.
ever bought, Roger?
Yeah, I'll get that. I'll get that after I finish this here. Here's a cool one. Flintstones at the New York World's Fair. This is a 29 center, but this was
29 cents.
4, 5, 6. One of those.
64
You said it was
at the
29
New York
cents.
World's Fair.
29 cents because this is actually was a souvenir that you would buy at the fair.
Yeah.
Let me turn this light off. See if it's kind of dark, but man, this glare is awful. All right, so
Well,
that-
that's
is
coming
that
off
your-
your forehead. I know that deal.
is that in your giveaway box, Roger?
yes, these are my giveaways, promos, things like that. Here's this was giveaways from Disney. There was 4 of them. This is the energy conservation. This is exploring energy. Let's see, where are my other ones here?
We need some energy conversation nowadays.
I love these, Roger. I think these are really up my street.
They're just cool, Mark. They're worth nothing.
No,
But-
I know. Doesn't matter.
But I'm addicted to these things. I find them in quarter bins for years. Here's NBC Kids, which essentially is just the lineup of cartoons at the time, and it says here fall 1991, $1.25 value. See that? But there's no price because it was given away
Yeah.
at the time, right? Here's one I discovered recently, which is kind of a strange one. Bucky O'Hare 1. What was Warren Publishing? Which one?
The last one. I
Not
think.
the NBC.
The
That was
Flintstones,
Harris.
maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
See which ones you're referring to there, Alan. Bucky O'Hare #1. Now there is a priced one, but this one doesn't have it. There's no price there. And it just says special edition. See that?
Yeah.
Special edition.
Yeah.
But there's no price. And the edition doesn't say anything either. It's weird. I'm still doing research on a few of these.
I'm pretty sure that Bucky O'Hare was polybagged.
Flintstone's near fair. Okay. It might have been. Yeah. Here's one that I got last year. I bought a comic book advent calendar off of Comics Altruism, a Canadian collector. And this was in it. This is a Canadian giveaway. Toucan Sam. Fruit Loops mascot, I believe, right?
Yep, Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't buy sugary cereals much, so I'm not all up on there. This is one was sent to me. This was sent to me, I think, by James Gallegos. Tasty Freeze Comics. Dick Tracy. There's 4 of these different characters. I only have this one. Really tough to find.
Is that an ice cream company or something?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, ice cream, right? You notice it says big 10-cent value.
When's that dating from? That must be from the
This is from
late 50s.
1957.
Yeah.
57, Chicago Tribune.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, it was Corn Cob. Okay. See, I know Alan has got everything more. He knows about all these things. Now, some guy from the Northeast gave me these.
And I wonder who that was.
I wonder who it was. Some guy. That has a room that it looks like the floor is about to collapse. He's got so many comics in there.
Oh my God!
And the cool thing, I'm going to show you the back. The back is the coolest thing, Ray. I'll show him that. This is like naval ships and naval maneuvers from different eras. This is from 1865 through 1936. Okay. And this one is from 1772 to 1778. Okay. Those are the different, naval ships and the different, schooners or whatever. But on the back, it has like the map of where the maneuvers were and where would they go from. And then up here, this is the coolest thing right there. It says U.S. Government Recruitment Substation, Providence, Rhode Island.
Yep.
So wow. this was used as a tool to recruit into the Navy.
Wow.
By giving the historical.
Yeah, I love this stuff, Roger. This is really good.
I'm glad to find a fan of this stuff because I find this fascinating. Here, this was given to me by Bub. Motorola presents Dick Tracy Comics. Look at the hair on this guy. Hold on. Look at the hair, the beard on that guy.
Where do I recognize that beard from?
I mean, it's bizarre, right?
That's cool.
Bizarre. Oh man, this is a cool one. Gosh, I should get that tape off. Hold on, let me take it out of here. This was sent to me by another YouTuber. See that you get a fame for like collecting. Yeah, you got NBC Kids. All right. You get a fame by collecting a certain, way, right? A certain subsets, right? So this is a Spanish edition of this comic. There's an English one too, and translating it, they translated it up here.
Okay.
They translated it in a really neat print, and of course it says, "Have fun fishing near your home." And then it has a bunch of, this is from New York State. So it has like the different lakes and other areas where you can go fishing in public. And notice every panel has a translation in the margin there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this was for the Hispanic community, presumably.
Correct. Right. It was, again, they had it in English, which I'm still looking for, but this is the one in Spanish. I'm not sure if this was some kind of copy that that they say, well, I didn't get the English one, so I'm going to translate it, that kind of thing, or if they used it for some kind of translation purpose, because the translation is spot on. So somebody really
Gray made it back.
Yeah, I was decided to move to my bedroom because I was getting every fourth sentence, and it was just pissing me off. So I'm in the bedroom now, right next to the internet. So hopefully,
this one is really cool, Mark. This is a really cool. Danny and the Demon Cycle. All right.
Oh, I remember seeing that one.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah,
back
I
by the
remember
train.
that.
And this was put out by the Highway Safety Division of Virginia. So highway safety, but he's on a bicycle on a train track
with the devil on the front of it.
Here's not what. Here's what not to do.
Oh man,
that's funny.
I just love this stuff. You can't make this stuff up, you know. You just can't.
Is that Demon Cycle first appearance of Ghost Rider?
maybe that's a young Blaze there.
Proto Ghost Rider
prototype.
Harry and the Pirates. Okay,
yeah. This is a popped wheat. This was a promotion for a cereal. There's 4 of them.
A comic strip, wasn't it? Terry and the Pirates.
Yes, these were all comic strips from the 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
Milt Kniff. I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah.
Smiling Jack is another one.
Lovely.
Yeah, there was a big warehouse find of those.
Yes, because mine are absolutely dead mint, and you just never find these this good.
Yeah, Robert Beerbaum found a warehouse. Helped locate a warehouse find of all those.
Amazing.
Well, I can't. I have the other ones. Oh, I have it on my wall. That's why I can't find it. So this is interesting. Special Agent. This is a train giveaway. Essentially, it's about
about the railroad police.
Right. You know how I don't know in the UK, but here there was a lot of trouble with people, getting onto trains, supposedly hobos or whatever, but getting free rides. So these guys would investigate the train cars to make sure that people weren't, hey, looky there.
Well.
Looky there.
Snap. How did you do that, Kyle? That was
snazzy.
Sort of
Boy,
you mean that?
That's cool. Johnson makes the team. Cool. I think I have that one too.
What was that advertising then? Johnson makes the team.
You mean that?
Cliff Merritt. I don't think I have that one.
Straight on trains.
Yeah, I don't think I have that one.
I think we're back to Kyle now anyway, so Kyle might as well show a few.
Then we talk about motorcycles, but how about Sprocket Man?
Sprocket Man, cool.
That's definitely an early Ghost Rider.
Or Astro Comics,
Yep, used to give it away on American Airlines. Yeah, I have a few of those. There's about 7 or 8 different ones.
Yeah, and then while I have this out here anyway, since Roger talked about it, there's a Marvel Premiere 19, which is actually the first appearance of Colleen Wing.
Okay.
And it also has the ad. Now, that's the picture of Wolverine jumping out in 180. That's from the cover of 181. And that's actually a picture of 181, but that's his first appearance in 180.
Yeah, it's not helping with the arguments, is it?
Then talk about giveaways that I love. I'm a sucker for these old things.
Oh, yeah.
The Cheerios premiums and the cereal premiums, and just got stacks of those.
I got a few of those.
Then, let's see, that was sitting out, and I did those, so I'll come back to this. Here's something I don't have enough of because these tended not to make it back. Here's a plain old issue of Genesis, direct sales, nothing fancy about it. There's one with that sticker on it.
Courtesy of something Comic Relief.
Operation Comics Relief. Given to GIs in the field. This thing's been to Iraq and back. So there's something for you to look for, Roger, if you ain't got one.
No, I don't think I have any of those. Yeah, highway safety. Right, Damien. Right.
Because Marvel did those ones that were just specific. Like Marvel did these.
You have the military ones from the 2000s.
unless I've already put them away. I may have already put those somewhere else.
I got a complete set of those, but that took a while to track those suckers down.
You got something else?
I got
Carl?
so many things. I got so many things in so many places.
Cool.
Newspaper supplements.
Those were the newspaper inserts. Yep.
Newspaper supplements. Movie giveaways. I think my Avengers Spire lines are in another box. But since we're talking about that Galactus story, there's where it started in 162.
Oh, yeah.
Now you talk about bad depth perception, where Galactus is smaller because he's further away and Thor's bigger. But look at his teeny little hammer there. Teeny little hammer.
He gets cold in outer space, Kyle.
Yeah, you know, stop picking on him, you know.
There's my 180.
Us small hammer guys have got to stick together.
There's my 181.
Nice.
It's not the size of your hammer, it's how you hit the nails with it.
Oh my gosh.
182.
Listen, I gotta put up with this on Saturday. Let's not put this up on Tuesday too.
Yeah. 188.
Yeah, this is a great era of Thor right there. I have those.
202.
You gotta love the window box kind of covers.
Is that on the comic?
It's on the comic from Marsh Grocery Store.
Wow.
Oh,
That's one of the oldest.
Are we into sticker removal or leave the sticker on group?
By this time, I'm leaving it on. This is almost my oldest sticker on a comic related book, but I do have one from 1919 with a store sticker on it from
nice. Now that's historic. You can't remove the 1919.
Leave it on.
And then there's issue 204.
Wow, cool.
And again, got this sticker. I'm probably sending these to John Bishop just for that. Let's see. And then Graham pulled this out, 224.
Well,
but
did somebody color in on the mighty part, or is that dark?
Knowing the weight of Thor's hammer, that's impressive.
Yeah,
okay,
it's really
right.
that dark. Then, of course, 225 with Firelord's butt.
Right.
First appearance of Firelord.
Yeah.
That's a hot butt.
And then what a great 3-part story that is. Marvel did them newspaper supplements in the late 70s. Like 78, 79.
Yep.
And there's the 3-part of that, 227.
Yeah, I think
and
it's an ego story.
There's my Tales of Asgard with the Simonson cover, but I need to put that with my other one because the rest of it's just the same as the Kirby cover.
Right.
That's nowhere near as good as the Kirby cover.
One of the greatest ever, Thor going up against Stiltman.
Stiltman, yeah, that's a fair fight. Wow. Yeah.
Thor versus Stiltman, I've never seen that. I thought he was only Daredevil.
Yeah, if Daredevil
and
Thor's would have no problem with him.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Thor's fought some really goofy characters. There was one guy like a cheetah or something.
Hyena.
Yeah, maybe
it was about around the same time as fighting that woman.
299.
Yeah, I was like
299 to 300. This is an amazing story.
Stop showing comics I'm going to show, mate. That's the.
I'm
not going to show.
I thought you've already gone that far.
Not the ones that I'm going to show.
You're stealing Gray's thunder, mate.
All right. Well, I'll quit stealing if
where the hell are you?
as long as you're not going to whip out this, are you, Graham?
I don't know, mate. We're on. Yeah, no, I haven't got that one, unfortunately.
All right. Well, there we go. I'll finish with 337 and I'll stop.
I'm still on 263 here.
3. I'm still back in the hundreds.
Go on, you say 3 years and Carl's been premature again. I've heard he suffers from that, but you go.
I'm going with what if.
I did it again.
What if Hulk had the brain of Bruce Banner? Well, eventually he did.
I thought he did.
A couple of times.
Why'd you start with number 2?
Because I don't have number 1.
Oh, right. We have to fix that, right?
I have 2 number 2s.
Ray, we have to fix that. Hold on a second. Where we at? Yeah, where we're at.
Good answer, Ray.
Very good answer.
Ray, do we have to fix that?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we can fix that.
Go ahead and make me
Great.
big for a second, Graham. I'm gonna put this in the Ray stack here in a second.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yep.
Nice.
I bought that one off the rack too.
I've only got a second volume. I didn't even realize there were 2 volumes. I've only got
Nice.
volume 2.
Yeah.
Very patchy.
Actually, 3 volumes if you count that one shot with Iron Man.
So yeah.
One of Avengers had never been.
I gotta start a Ray pile then.
Number 4.
The invaders had stayed together after World War II. I mean, that always confused me, like reading first appearance of Captain America after the war when Namor doesn't recognize him. And then suddenly they've been in the invaders together for years, but he doesn't recognize him like 20 years later at that time, wasn't it, I suppose?
I know, but being in ice all that time sort of changed.
Yeah. Wearing exactly the same costume, though. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Considering that, how comes Namor's not getting any older? How long do Atlanteans live for in Marvel Universe?
Oh, I think they're a bit like dwarves, aren't they? They're just sort of endless.
Must be, yeah. That makes sense. I don't know what it says for Namorita then. How old is Namorita?
Well, she's got to stay at a sort of young, sexy age, hasn't she? So
yeah,
about between 23 and 24, I think, forever.
Yeah.
She joined the New Warriors, and she was older than all of them combined.
Must have been, yeah. But Nova was like, he was being catfished or so. What's the phrase? It was appropriate for Namorita. She was pretending to be a teenager, but she was really like in her 50s, probably.
Exactly.
Did somebody say join the New Warriors? Would that be that one? Would that be that Thor issue right there?
Take your turn, Carl, for God's sake.
I was always one up and.
He's being premature again, Gray.
He's definitely. He's like the rest of the kid in class. They have to. Someone give him his Ritalin so he can calm down for a bit.
So, Ray, am I pretty much putting all these in the Ray trade pile?
Yeah, go ahead.
All the goodies and mysteries. Oh, man, shit. I was premature again.
I can't take it anymore.
Okay, so when Roy Thomas brings back the Wizard in Avengers, he has not recognized him Steve Rogers. Then 3 years later, Ray has been working together on the invaders in World War II. Yeah, it's some awkward.
Awkward continuity.
Yeah, they just hope that people don't realize it, don't they? That's their method. Oh, we just hope no one realizes.
Was that really Conan?
You're gonna get 2 of those.
What if Spider-Man had rescued Gwen Stacy? Well, he did in the Mexican versions of the comic, didn't he?
Yeah, they didn't want to kill her off.
Yeah, she never died.
They didn't want to kill her. She was popular.
I might have to read Mexican comics from now on.
Hey, Gray, highlight Sleepy Reader's comment there because I want to know the answer to that.
Yeah, I did.
What was the question? Have you guys heard of that window box Marvel were put up part of a 10-year anniversary in 71?
71.
You mean
Wasn't
the
that
corner box?
When they went to the 25-cent specials?
Well, that one November month was just a screw over DC.
That's what I thought.
About where the corner box goes to like multiple people, like the Avengers?
I thought you meant the window box, like with the picture in the middle and the big logo on the top and the big. That's what I assumed he meant. But
I'm pretty sure I've got a 1971.
What if Daredevil became an agent of Hydra? Is that
Shield?
I think they've done everyone as an agent of Shield.
An agent.
Punisher's an agent of Shield. I've got one with Jessica Jones as an agent of Shield. I'm sure.
Yep.
I don't think they haven't done a Howard the Duck as an agent of Shield yet.
There you go,
Yeah.
Mark. Get in touch, mate. Who can you write to get that sorted out?
I know.
Yeah, that's an
All the
oversight.
ideas, all the ideas.
Exactly.
The frame box around the cover art. Okay, so
Mate, anyone in the chat people, come up with what would be the worst what if story ever, or the best what if story ever. Give us some comments on what you think would be the best.
I haven't heard of that, Damien or Paulo. I haven't heard of that, but it's possible, I suppose.
Well, I mean, yeah, like 70, 71, they had a frame box like Cap
Right.
142.
I don't have this comic, but I've seen it so much because every time I put in Dazzler 33 so I could get that to finish off my run, it come up with that what if 33, a Dazzler in it. Because that was the last one I needed to finish my Dazzler run, and I couldn't bloody find one in the UK for ages. Eventually, I can't remember where I got it from in the end, but eventually, that's like someone edited on a Facebook.
Who is that? What is that? What if? I couldn't see what it was.
Number 34.
Yeah, what if what? What
Oh,
if?
just what if?
It just says what if.
It's a big issue.
Yeah, so it would be this era right here, right? This month,
Okay.
right, with the 25-cent and the frame box. Is that right?
They all had like that, didn't they?
Well, for that month, they went to 25 cents but yeah, that year they did frame box.
Started
The
August
25-cent thing was a screw job deal they did with DC. They made an agreement that they were both going to go up in cost. So Marvel bumped it up.
I hadn't heard that before, so that's interesting.
And then Marvel bumped it back down. That's why all of them dated November of that month. They're double sized.
Yeah, that part I've heard. Am I showing stuff? You want to see my originals? You want to see my originals? Now, I did not buy these. I went with my brother. He took me to a 7-Eleven. But these are still ones I bought way back then. Okay. Hulk 170.
Nice.
Is that a Buy Beast?
No, these are like these volcano monsters. Yeah.
Was this teenage Metarog?
This was 8-year-old Metarog.
Oh, 8-year-old Metarog.
Yes.
He wasn't Meta then. He was just plain Rogs back then.
Yeah, it was
About that off the shelf.
we both have. I cleaned and pressed this one because I had it under an air conditioning condenser for years and it wrinkled.
Okay.
So I pressed it. You can't even tell.
That comic's loopy. That's gone up significantly recently. It was on the hot.
Oh, that's because the costume, isn't it? It's the first appearance of that costume, I say.
Then that's his new costume.
Yeah. He was neophyte Rog back in them days.
This is the one off the rack too.
This is the very first one I pulled off that rack because when I saw this figure, I was like, snatch.
Yeah.
There are more that I bought. Doctor Strange 5, which isn't original, but it's deep down in my bins here. And I bought an Amazing Spider-Man. I bought an Avengers. I bought a Daredevil. But those are not my originals. Something happened. I probably read them to death. But these are all originals here.
So you bought an original Snatch? You said you snatched that right up. So you bought an original Snatch? Nobody.
I'm speaking as a verb. There, Kyle. Okay.
Oh my God.
The things I got to put up with, I tell you, life choices. I'm reconsidering. So I found the other ones that were part of that set, Mark.
I love that.
Little Orphan Annie and Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
And like Kyle said, there must have been a fine because these things are perfect condition and they're super old. And they're not even, the cover is newsprint.
Yeah.
It's not even a slick cover.
No.
This is not part of that set, but it's another Kniff secret mission put out by the Armed Forces Educational something. Hold on.
I think Kyle was just trying to get one of these.
Dirty old man. Armed Forces Information and Education Division of the Secretary of State.
Wow. That rolls off the tongue, that title, doesn't it?
You get the women in red when you join the American forces. That woman, is she part of the training corps?
Yeah, that's the dragon lady there. Yeah.
She's the one who fools you to come in to join, and then when you get there, she's never not to be seen.
I also love the mini comics, Mark. So this is Adventures in Science.
Beautiful, yeah.
It's by Gilbert Toys. Apparently, they had a toy line.
Did you ever try any of the adventures?
Try them?
Yeah.
they-
No. You mean in here?
Yeah.
No, it's not like let me show you.
It's not like experiments you can do yourself.
They're not experiments. It's just a story.
No.
It's a story about how he was like a stargazer and all that,
No.
and chemistry sets. It's the stuff they sell.
No.
You know,
Right.
the
they're trying to sell you
a
a chemistry set or a microscope or something.
What was that, Mark?
They're trying to sell you a chemistry set or a microscope, are they?
Right. They would have a story using their telescope or their, and then they would show you an ad of it.
A junior nuclear physicist set.
And without giving away too much information, because it still hasn't been published yet, but there was a retail chain warehouse find with an advertising agency, and there were boxes of things found from the 1944 cocoa malt set up that were never distributed. So if you find anything from the cocoa malt set up and it's in high grade, it's part of the warehouse find. And those are slowly being trickled into the thing so as not to flood the market. But I've seen boxes of them untouched.
Wow.
Boxes.
Yeah, that cocoa malt. What is that? Is that one of the Chesler ones or?
Oh yeah, all that older stuff.
All that older stuff. Yeah.
The 1942 serial ones that were like put on Wiz Comics and stuff. Some of those were part of.
Yeah, the Captain Marvels. Yeah.
Gonna show some more Thor.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know this was a Thor stream, or else I would have had my Thors out.
Well,
This is Gray's. We based the show
Gray.
around
Got
Gray's
it.
box.
Box
Gray's,
5. I'm going for box 5. Unhand me, brother. I must reach the destroyer.
That's Doctor Doom, right? Or is that the? No, that's a destroyer. Destroyer.
Yeah, and destroyer's in the front ground, I'm guessing.
Is it Dr. Destroyer or Dr. Detroit?
Dr. Detroit.
Coming of Carcass.
Oh, that's
That's how you like. He's a big old red dude.
Gray, do you make carcasses come? He just glossed right over it.
As jokes go, that made no sense whatsoever, man. Like,
you said the carcass comes, and I was like, do you make carcasses come?
Oh, the coming of Carcass it was. I see. I get you. I'd rather I didn't get you, but thanks for explaining.
A lot of us don't get him. You know what I mean?
Such a great
300.
I haven't got that. I need to
that may be
300.
$2.99 and $300 may be the most underrated Thor story ever. The cover of $2.99 looks ridiculous.
I believe those are Keith Pollard covers too. I met him at a con.
Yeah, and he did the interior art too.
He did. Great job on that.
Who's the artist, Roger?
Keith Pollard.
Keith Pollard, yeah.
Really underrated artist, but he did some good stuff for Marvel.
Oh my God!
Look, you got the Christian God, and you got the symbolism of the Christians God, and you got the pagan there.
Yeah, Pollard was amazing. Like it now, the Thor holding the hammer on $2.99 looks ridiculous, but he's critiqued the hell out of it. But Pollard was amazing.
This is one of the good things about comic books back in the day. Like these super
and
powerful,
just the nicest guy you'll ever want to meet. He was talking to me about stuff for like 10-15 minutes. There's a line behind me. Just the nicest guy.
Yeah, there's some guys like that. I had a couple at Thought Bubble just the same. They just want to chat. Oh, that's nice. I quite like that. What's that one?
Big old fight scene on 320. Some aliens fighting in a bar.
Oh,
well, I'm thinking of it. And Pollard made me think of it, even though their names aren't that similar. But in the beginning of the year, I'm getting in touch with Brian Boland to be on Wednesday's show.
Wow, nice.
Good luck.
Hey, CJ, how you doing?
That bastard that kept me up for 7 hours the other night. I was on with CJ from like midnight till 7 a.m.
Don't blame him. You stayed on there.
Oh my God. That was some of the most fun I've ever had, even though
Yeah, he's a riot. He's a total
Giant
riot.
fingers.
Oh,
look at all those. You just got a run of those. So
The
did
amount
you
of
say,
giant fingers that I found
that's a good one too.
after we did
Yeah.
giant fingers
That's
is
a good one.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
so did you say Roscoe maybe a wash and you need me for Saturday or no?
I said Roscoe might. Cap's already out. That's a marketing. Roscoe may be out. He's gonna let me know, and then I'll consider who I want. You know, I'll start poking around, see who's available.
Obviously, I'm just there if you absolutely need someone, because
More
obviously
giant of it.
I'm saying get Scott Harris King. Look at that. Look at the hands on that.
Yeah.
That would have got a 10 on the Big Fingers cover.
Yeah, we'll go Comic Journeys.
Wow. Thor met my wife. Only Kyle can. That's why I got my blue wings, CJ. Don't look it up.
Oh, Malekith first appearance, was it?
I thought it was the one before that
Malekith.
one. No, it was
okay.
342 is his first appearance. You
Dark
showed it.
Elf. Yeah.
What did I say?
342 is his first appearance. So I thought you had it.
No, I didn't have that one.
Or 344, but I mean, that was definitely his first cover.
Right, this next one's one of my favourite stories. Really fun story. 356.
Which one, Roscoe? Yeah, that is a brilliant one.
Where's Roscoe?
Where's Roscoe?
You said this is one of my favorite ones.
Oh, yeah, Roscoe's
So I said, way to go, Roscoe.
Of course.
Damn.
This is one of my favorites. And then
I think Carl's jokes need to come with subtitles.
Hey, I can tell them in sign language. Are you ready?
Yeah.
He knew.
I'm guessing that's Fenris the wolf.
That's not a wolf, is it?
Well,
Is that
wolf-like.
Fenris?
In the actual mythology, Fenris kills Thor at Ragnarok, doesn't he? And Balder kills Fenris afterwards. I think Balder's one of the only ones that survives Ragnarok.
Balder survives, yeah.
Yeah, and the two humans who go to like restart humanity, kind of thing. I think they're called Lif and Lifanzi or something like that. I can't remember now what they were called. At one point, it was in my brain, but it's not there at the moment.
Yes, it's been a long time since I studied that.
See, now he's got a big hammer. His hammer got bigger over the years.
Well, first of all, it was cold weather. Now he's like excited because he's about to get in the battle. I don't know what's going on there. You don't know the birds and the bees when it comes to hammers. We won't go there.
He has shrinkage when he fights the frost giants, huh?
Apparently, 344 is Malekith's first appearance.
Okay. Yeah, I knew it was like 42 or 44.
Did I show 344? I don't know if I did. Right. Mark, you're not showing anything for a bit. You got some stuff you want to show? Some more?
A few more creepy worlds.
Oh, yes. Please do. Please do.
So we've got some Marvel covers.
I've got to look through it. I've got 344 now.
So we got
Oh, yeah. I
Creepy Worlds 64 with a
Strange Tales cover, I'm assuming.
Strange Tales cover. Yeah, you can tell this when they did this sort of dual split.
Right.
And you used to get Doctor Strange in the bottom bit, didn't you?
Right.
Creepy Worlds 66, and we've got, I think this is an Avengers cover, isn't it?
Tales to Astonish.
Tales to Astonish, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Yes, because it's Giant Man and the Wasp, isn't it? Yeah.
Correct.
And we've got the Black Knight making an appearance.
The original Dane Whitman's uncle there.
Yeah.
This is Captain Atom, but I think it's Dick Cat. This is in fantastic condition.
Is that another one of the class signed books? I'm taking it.
It is one of the Alan Klass.
So how come you didn't trade me any of those? Not even one of them. You're just being too greedy.
Dude, you got a ton of stuff, Kyle. Holy smokes, man. GS1, GSX1. Come on.
That's a really nice copy.
That is nice. Yeah, that is from the Ditko era. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, I'm gonna give you a heads up. You want my Head sketch Batman by Sheldon Mayer. You're gonna have to come off one of them classes.
Yeah. I mean, you just get some great stuff on these. I mean, I like Flash Gordon, and you get some Alex Raymond Flash Gordon stuff.
That's from King #2 of Flash Gordon.
Oh, there you go. That's good knowledge. Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
double check me.
It's speaking of good knowledge, that book you're holding has a direct link to the conversation we had with Tom Mandrake.
Oh, okay. All right.
His teachers were taught art by the guy you're holding there, Alex Raymond.
Oh,
the guys he was talking to were Alex Raymond understudies, and that's who taught Tom Mandrake.
Yeah,
that's a straight line to Mandrake from all the way back to Alex Raymond.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, Raymond died very early, didn't he, in a car crash? But a nice. That is an
Avengers 59.
Nope, 62. 62.
Or wait.
59 is the red one with yellow jacket. That's 62.
Or that's 60. That's 60. That's the issue. That's the wedding issue. So 50, because I gave away
59. Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
59 yellow jacket.
There's one of those.
Can I have a show of hands? What's sadder, knowing what numbers comics are, or arguing over what number the comics are?
It's issue 60.
That's a great looking cover.
It's issue 60 because it's the wedding issue.
It's going to be a fight.
He may be right. He may be right about it.
Don't hit him.
Go get my snacks.
Yeah, I gave away 59. So, and I didn't. 60.
I know 59 is the red cover. So.
You do get sort of run in Creepy Worlds where you get loads of Marvel covers.
Are we ready for this?
ASM 51.
ASM 60.
Yeah, ASM, that is correct. first cover
60 stuck in my head. He beat me to it.
Now, let's see if you can get the next one. This is a bit trickier.
I can't. Oh, is that Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 7? Oh, I've got that September 1969. That's my birthday book.
7. That's 7.
No, 14 or 15. No, it's quite early, I think. Oh.
It doesn't look familiar to me.
Yeah.
Well, the background's different. The Fury image is.
Yeah, you need to be careful. Sometimes he changes the colors. So.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. from September 1969, that comic book. Originally.
Well, there you go. There you go. You haven't said it wasn't going to be you.
Well, Gray's got his birthday books memorized, so there's no chance on that one.
The cover, but I don't know what number it was. I can't remember what number it was now.
What waits within the hive?
Yeah, bees. Bees wait within the hive.
X-Men 29, 31.
Somewhere
these
in there.
These ones are really good fun because they are. Can you see here? It's got 1 shilling and 5p on it.
Yeah. Now,
this is really interesting. So these are good because you can date them. This is from 1971 when we changed from decimal current to the decimal. When you get this 1 shilling and 5p on the cover, you can date this to 1971.
So you want to put that in a Kyle trade pile, right?
No, I've only got one of those.
Mark.
I traded you so many things. I only had one of. Come on, I didn't have a backup.
That's up to you.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Kyle's dying. Kyle's dying right now.
You asked. You knew I wanted a limp surfer.
Some of these, and I think occasionally the Alan Class cover is better.
Yeah, that's better than the. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I think that's better than the original as well. There's some the Vision one, the first appearance of Vision. The Alan Class version is stunning.
Well, they shrank the masthead. They shrank the.
Because you've got it's a slightly different size. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you've got here, Alan Class, the width is bigger. So it's really interesting because the guys quite often they were still working on golden age drawing boards.
Mm-hmm.
So when they sent the artwork to Alan Class, he got the original artwork, and it was wider than what they produced on the US comics.
So all those British small hammer guys that are all about girth. That was what that is.
If you say so, Kyle. So whose cover appearance is this?
Captain
Gwen
Stacy.
Stacy's. It's Gwen Stacy's first cover appearance.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
dreadful cover. I don't like it, but there we go.
Yeah, it's not the best. The bucket is so big, and then the figures are so small, and the perspective is a little weird.
Was it a bucket falling on someone's head or something?
Yeah,
He was going to drop molten
Yeah.
metal on him.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I actually don't know
It was
what this is. I don't know what that is a reprint of. It's got Daredevil on it.
That's Daredevil. Yeah, that's the Frogman, right?
Oh, is it
That's
Frogman?
that's interior pages.
Frogman.
Yeah, that's interior pages from
Could
like
be.
Daredevil 36, 37.
No, that's not Frogman.
No.
No, that's not Frogman. No.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what that
interior
is. I need
pages.
to check that up.
That's where they cut it up and repaste it and take interior pages and
Yeah.
make them.
Was that
covers.
that alien guy that he fought like in the teens? Man, I don't remember. I read that story long ago.
But yeah, those are interior pages. They just.
I mean,
cut
this.
it-
What's happening there? His costume been torn off his body? Is that what's happening there? His costume.
Yeah. He's
been
showing
torn
his
in half.
midriff here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
pastiche of
Yeah.
interiors. It looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, he's lost his all his top there.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
this
weird.
is more usual to what you see in terms of condition. Somebody's written 3P on here.
Yeah.
Hey, nah, man, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, no, man.
Hey, we need another dirty old man in here. Get in here, Naman, and tell us about your hyena vagina.
Well, that's nice. That's a nice one. Yeah, that's another dual price there.
Yeah, another 1 shilling 5p. I quite like these ones because you can date them. So
Nice.
And I'm pretty sure that's an interior,
Daredevil?
not a cover again.
Yeah, Daredevil. Yeah,
Was
Yeah.
that face behind him meant to be Daredevil's face?
yeah,
No, is
Okay.
it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's Daredevil back there.
Okay.
It looks weird because you got the buildings like see the buildings.
Yeah, it's
through it.
superimposed over the building.
Yeah, that's something like it looks like some sort of calculator head or something like that. Some kind of weirdness going. Look, and also the black kid looks like he's got a tash. Oh, it was Hitler for a second.
And then this
Hey,
is an
CJ, if you're still out there, why don't you pop on here?
Zemo,
British
Master
CJ.
of
Yeah.
Evil.
What's that? Avengers 3 or something like that?
No,
What is that? What is that, Kyle?
15.
15. All right.
Is that the
Christopher
first
Nolan
Masters of
stuff,
Evil or the second? If
I
it's the
think
first,
that-
it's issue 8.
I think that's the first Masters of
If
Evil.
it's
Well,
the first Masters of Evil, it's 7.
7.
Seven.
I know it's early.
8
I know
is
it's early.
Kang. So the first
8 is Kang, right?
is 7, and then 15 is where Zemo dies. So if that's not
Yeah.
where Zemo dies, that's issue 7.
So this actually is out of my usual collecting sphere because it's got a 6p on it, but it's a really nice cover. So I
Well, which means you don't need it, which means you want to trade it. Right?
Kyle's gonna harp on every word you say there, Mark. So be careful.
I'm gonna have to ban trading talk. I think get your own bloody old stream for trading talk.
I want to trade all of you. I want to AOK
I know,
you.
you
I
wanna-
want
you wanna-
to do all that.
Basically, you want to get our first comic book so you can have our souls. We know,
Yeah,
Kyle.
I want your soul.
I see you. Get thee behind me, Kyle. I'm not
I
in that
have
way.
trading
man.
material.
this one
The
recently,
power of Grey compels me.
Yeah.
this caused a bit of controversy in the UK Alan Class market
Mm-hmm.
because somebody put one of this is sort of like a 20p one, so it's from mid 70s probably, mid to late 70s. Nothing particularly special about it, but some guy in Germany put this up on eBay for 250 quid or something, and all the Alan Class people got very excited because we'd all got a copy of this. It's worth about 3 quid.
Oh well.
All right. CJ, scroll up, find the stream in here and pop on. We need some comic journey to pop on overseas. And
Yeah, I got to get off in a few minutes because my wife's got a work stream. So
send
I
it
need,
on.
I need to go as well because I need to be up in the morning.
I am not
Right.
the woman.
Anyway, right, who's next? I've got some more myself, I think. Let's get some more.
Let's get Graham on here. There we go.
We go. This one is signed by Walt. Is on the label to me. It looks like Walt Simonson scroll there, but who knows?
That is Walt Simonson's autograph.
It looks like, I know he's a dinosaur looking
That
thing.
is Walt Simonson's autograph. If it
This
isn't,
guy
somebody
says,
went to a lot of trouble to forge that.
Yep. It looks like his. Yep. He's got that
That's
big
a
part in the
Simonson
middle.
autograph. You try and make that fraudulent, and you're scribbling all over the place. That big old O is a dead giveaway.
Yeah, it makes me think that the signatures don't mean much for the value then, because I got this for £2, I think.
And they probably had no idea it was. Well, I mean,
they
it's
probably
not
didn't know.
authenticated,
Yeah.
but you can send that to CBS and they'd authenticate that in a heartbeat.
They had the label in there for me as a signature, but I got it for £2, so I thought that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the guy signed a million things.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
non-regular, but
yeah, that's a good one. That's the post Secret Wars. There was a story within Secret Wars.
Yeah, an untold tale.
Yeah.
So I thought post Secret Wars was the fight between the Kellogg's brothers in like 1902 in the sanitarium up there.
Those are different wars, my friend.
See, now that's a really, really, really obscure serial reference there.
Hello. Hashtag look at me. Hashtag.
Hey, not man.
Hashtag look at me. Sexiness.
A nice fight between Hulk and Thor.
I really need that one.
Oh,
nice. That's a really good fight.
Man. There's a lot of men here.
Yeah,
a lot of men here.
Man.
It's the Gray Man.
Metarog is not a man.
I thought No Man was an island.
He's not a man, but
I'm going to change my title to Silver Knight, man.
Isn't that
not a man?
Isn't that a song? No Man is an island.
Whales are monsters. Hashtag whales are monsters.
No Man is an island, but whales are monsters.
Whales are monsters.
Alone against the
Hashtag whales are monsters. Especially gigantic one.
Hashtag hyena vagina, Naman.
Oh, man.
No. Let's not start that.
Did
let's
Thor
not start with
beat
that
a Celestial?
Keep that to Saturday.
Did Thor beat a Celestial?
No.
Yeah.
It could barely.
Hell yeah. Thor beat the hell out of a Celestial in 300.
Yeah, did he?
Man, that's why I said that is a great story. That is probably Thor's best show how strong he is story.
There you go. This is the one you were talking about earlier, I think, Roger. Mongoose.
That's him. Yeah, that's it.
Like what? He got me, CJ.
So if he can beat a Celestial, how come he struggles against Mongoose?
A Mongoose.
Or Stiltman.
Quicksand. That was his name.
Well, Stiltman was before. I mean, that was silly, but Quicksand. I think she was kind of like Sandman, you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, there's another boob cover.
I remember getting nowhere against Celestials, like using all his power and like literally not phasing it. I recall, but I don't know. I can't remember.
So is the Watcher Celestial too?
No, he's the Watcher is his own species.
Now there's another small hammer thing.
And how shall mortals know ye? Talking of the mythology again,
compared to Celestial.
In the actual mythology, Loki is the father of Hela, isn't he? But in the Marvel comic books, they're brother and sister.
Yeah.
And my favorite story is that he's also the mother. Loki is the mother of Odin's horse Sleipnir.
Yeah.
Mother?
Yeah, the mother. He took on the form of a mare and had sex with a stallion, basically.
Odin's like unisexual or whatever.
Yeah.
Loki's like unisexual.
Are those the young gods or something? What are those guys?
I think the phrase you're looking for, Kyle, is transgender.
I didn't know they had a...
No, transgender means they're fluid, but he physically can be. He's not a hermaphrodite, but he can be a male and he can be a female.
The shapeshifter can change the
shapeshifter. He literally can be a female that gives birth.
Grog the Grog Crusher.
Yeah, Loki's given birth more than once. Loki gave birth to the Midgard serpent and some other crap like that.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
there
weird
is
stuff.
if you guys seen the Loki, the TV series?
Yep.
no,
Visual
I'm not
series?
seeing it.
It's pretty damn good.
Is that a
Yet
is
another
that,
great one.
Keep that one around for Centennials.
Yeah, I was thinking that Centennial runs.
oh, you have a Centennial?
Well, no,
Yeah,
You have a
one-
Centennial team?
One of
I
the
would be in that
categories
one.
I put when I won last
Wait.
time was Centennial issues.
Didn't the X-Men fight the Sentinels in 100? So X-Men 100 could be the
X-Men 100 work. Yep.
Centennial.
welcome back to Earth, long hair.
Centennial Sentinels. That's a good one. Yeah.
Seems to be having quite a struggle with Quicksand. She's lasted quite a few issues.
Yeah, she's tough old broad. She is.
Well, she's a slippery sort, you know. Oh, that's an homage to the Fantastic Four 12. I
Yeah,
think.
that's the first Hulk thing meeting, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, both come down different tunnels. Looks like a nihilist there. Is that a nihilist? The wings looks like him slightly.
Looks like them. Yeah. Yeah, looks like them.
Oh yeah, look. I think that's confirmed. It's a nihilist.
Yep,
with the next
right there.
comic.
Yeah. Cosmic control rod or whatever that is in his throat. Yeah.
Mini epic Tales of Asgard as well, and Return to Wondergore. The high,
Evolutionary.
Evolutionary.
High
Yeah.
evolutionary, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
And these people that he makes, because that's Spider-Man.
Herbert Wyndham.
Right.
She comes from Wondergore. Wasn't she? She was in Wondergore at one point. She was bitten by snake. She was bitten by snakes, wasn't she? Wasn't it a snake bite that made her into a coma, and then he stuck her in a tube for ages? Can't remember
Spider.
how.
Wasn't it a spider bite?
Yes, I don't know. You think a spider would make more sense, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you're bitten by something,
I read
and
that
then
in a long
they
time.
use some kind of snake venom to, spider venom. All right, Mami, you got any comics where you are now? Are you still without your comics at the moment?
Mark, are you and Roger dropping out?
Yeah, I'm going to go in a second. Yeah.
I got about 10 minutes. Yeah.
I don't. I just have a comic book that I already showed. I met.
Let's go. Should we let Roger have one last? You got a couple more you want to show before you go, Rog?
Sure.
Let's Roger show one. You
Sure.
got something you want to show?
Sure.
Mark?
I got some more of the. I got some more giveaways and a few real interesting ones here.
All right.
The little trees that went to school.
What?
The story
Were
of
they happy little trees?
they were happy because
Yeah, they turned into pencils.
I was gonna say, but this is about what they
It's
use the
the
trees
roots.
for, and then they replant.
Oh,
And then
right.
here's sort of another take on that is the trees that are marked for market. Like they talk about how they have to be certain maturity and they have to be room for them to
Okay.
Roger, are
regrow
you
and all
green
that.
thumb?
Hmm?
Are you green thumb?
No, it looks pretty flesh colored.
All
right.
I mean, gardener. Are you a gardener?
Or something.
No, I'm not a gardener. No.
So when they chop the trees, do they call it forest bris or what?
I don't recall.
No Jewish guys in here. Nobody
No, I
gets
guess
that
not.
joke.
Here, this is a good one, Mark. Health by the loaf, and it's a bread thing. And then you got these creepy little alien guys up here.
What is
I mean,
that?
this is as bizarre as it gets. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just love these
really
things.
bizarre.
We just
And
think
this is
about
one I bet
sitting in
Kyle
an
would be
office.
interested in. The
story of money.
story of money, and it has
Honestly,
widow's mites.
Maybe even Digger Gemlin
Yeah.
should be interested.
Well,
in that.
the Coin World UK show I do on odd days, that'd actually be really cool for that. You might want to set that aside if you want to let go of that.
Yeah,
I'd like to show that in my coin groups and stuff like that.
yeah, I think this would be a more appropriate for you anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I'll let that go to you
I
you
can't
and only to
stand
you.
money. I can't stand the concept of money, but yet I collect old world currencies and things like that. And
Here we go.
So there you go.
Swim, bike
Swim.
thrills.
bike thrills. Are you going to come out with Sprocket Man next? Is that what's
I don't
behind
have
it?
Sprocket Man.
I thought you showed that already, didn't you, Sprocket Man? That's one you
I
showed.
did.
Carl.
That was Kyle.
So
I don't
so
have.
you need Sprocket Man, Roger?
I guess I do.
Well, there you go. Well, you know where to find it.
Colonel Keds and his rocket belt. Look at that.
Isn't that an Elton John song? Sprocket Man.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
Now, what's significant about Colonel Keds?
What is significant about it?
Yeah.
no idea.
What company made Keds?
Oh, the sneakers. Yeah.
Who made him?
Where did I put it?
You don't know that's a Buster Brown related comic?
Yeah. I just can't
that's
find it now.
Buster
I
Brown.
don't even know
Oh,
Buster
there it
Brown
is.
is, let alone kids.
There it is. Sorry.
Buster Brown is one of the oldest comic series ever. Buster
is,
Brown
yeah,
goes
right.
back to 1905.
Exactly.
It must have been
Now I
rubbish
don't have
because
Sprocket
it's
Man,
okay.
Kyle, but I do have Jello Man
Jello Man.
and
CJ
Wobbly.
wants that one. CJ wants that
And
one along
wobbly.
with the.
He has
Jello
that.
Man.
Oh my
Wobbly.
God. And I know I'm a little weird, but I'm not the only one that sees that thing being a cock ring. That
No.
Jello
Yes.
Man's head.
Yeah,
looks
you're
like a
weird.
cock
You,
ring.
Kyle.
All right,
Yeah,
so
only you.
Kyle. So this is an interesting comic here because it is Blondie on this side
Yeah.
in English, but then on the other side, it's Lorenzo Pepita in Spanish.
Ah.
Oh, I think I would prefer Lorenzo de Peter.
Roger, that means you
Where-
cannot keep the two books in the one bag on those books.
That's the same comic.
It's
I
the
know.
same comic,
You
but
can only keep
I just
one
put the
book in
board in the
those.
middle.
when you first kind of flashed that from the side, and again, this just isn't my dirty mind. I actually read it. I didn't see Pepita. I saw Punta. And I was like, oh my God, they put that on the cover of a comic?
No, she,
You dirty old
it's not a prostitute.
Kyle, you've had that twice tonight. Nobody else has had it. I don't know why.
Kyle has got
You're
two
still-
yellow cards. If we were
You're,
playing
you're
football,
looking,
Mark.
you're looking too hard, Carl. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Not everything's a dirty joke, man. Come on.
Here's High and Lois on this side, and Lalo and Lola on this side.
Lalo, Lola.
Wait, is that a DC comic?
King.
That's not DC.
No, King. These were
That's, you sure that's not DC? You
It
don't
says-
get the joke. You don't get the joke I'm doing here.
No,
Read
I don't get you very often.
read
Kyle.
the onomatopoeia right there.
We try not to.
Oh, gosh. Okay, whatever.
Nobody caught the plop joke.
No.
Whatever. Well, I got a few of these to show. and then I'll
Everybody
end up-
knows what plop is, right? With
Kyle,
Billy
have you-
Organas and
I haven't
Basil
got it.
Wilson.
What is in your cigarettes tonight?
It
I
says
don't know.
plop.
Whatever
Did
it
you
is,
not see
change
plop
the
in
brand.
onomatopoeia?
Change the brand.
Yeah.
I
Did
think
you not see
Rayman
plop?
sent me a few of these big boys.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I
Kyle?
remember.
Kyle,
Yeah.
shut up.
Mhm.
Big boy
These are
comics. There's nothing to
restaurants.
see here, mate. There's nothing to
This-
see or mention here about big boy comics.
Kyle,
Yeah.
if you smoke too many of those cigarettes and you see this cover, you know something's wrong. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Blue elephant.
Who did the
An
artwork?
elephant.
Who did
It's
the
not Blue
artwork?
Elephant, Kyle.
Into Big Boy One.
I used to know that.
Who did the artwork in Adventures into Big Boy One?
I used to know that. Was
Big
that
Boy.
Kirby? Was it Kirby?
Bill Everett.
Everett. Okay.
Bill Everett.
Okay.
Was it called The Adventures of Big Boy? The Adventures into Big Boy?
Yeah.
Of
Hey,
Big
did
Boy.
you just say into Big Boy? Now,
That's what I thought you said. I'm asking you what you just said.
Some fun.
And then
Tony's Big Boy.
where I live, they were called Shoney's.
Shoney's.
Yeah.
Is that a restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Denny's
Yeah,
kind of
it's a
thing.
breakfast restaurant normally.
American,
Yeah, buffet.
diner kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denny, is that Denny's right there?
No, these are all Big Boy and Shoney's.
So were these sort of like Ronald McDonald characters for a restaurant?
Correct. They were mascots.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Way
had
That-
before
Denny's-
Ronald
no,
McDonald.
Denny's is
Way before
Denny's
Ronald
restaurant is right.
Shoney's Big Boy
Denny's
is one of the
restaurant, right?
oldest ongoing mascots.
this is JB's Big Boy, which I guess that must be up in Rayman's area.
It's big.
And here's another
Yeah,
restaurant,
Denny's restaurant
Captain
too.
D's.
Okay.
It's a seafood place.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
I'll,
but
I'll-
restaurant
Hey,
chains,
go
yeah.
back to Captain D's. These British guys ought to get that. Do you know who ran Captain D's? Who created that?
I don't know. Colonel Saunders.
Oh
got
my
a
God! Who is the guy? It's not. It's not Laurence Olivier, but it's one of his friends.
You think these restaurants at the time attracted a lot of
Somebody look up
I don't
Captain
think
D's.
Lawrence Olivier.
Somebody
That's
look up
also-
Captain
because
D's
they wanted to
voice.
get those comic books?
Are you
these were all
They-
numbered too. These were
Yeah.
all numbered.
are you saying the restaurant chain was owned by a British actor? Is that what you're telling us?
That's who created it. What's his name? Oh my God! It's so obvious when I know it.
Richard
All right,
Burton.
I'll end with this one.
Um,
This Rayman sent to me, and I've never seen another one of these. Lil
haven't eaten
Easy
those fish in a
Saver
long time.
Comics.
What is it?
From Save Easy.
Yeah.
Is that a grocery store, Ray, or something?
More than likely.
I think it was a grocery store.
Okay. I've never seen or heard another one of these. So
Captain D's is a huge British actor.
Captain
Was
D
it
is an
Charlie
American
Chaplin?
fast casual restaurant chain that specializes in seafood and is headquartered in Nashville, Tennessee.
Especially
The
when
name was founded as Mr. D's Seafood and Hamburgers by Raymond L. Danner Sr. Can't see anyone famous there.
So if it's not Captain D's, which one is it? Was it the Gorton's fisherman guy?
We don't know, Kyle. We don't know what you're talking
We haven't got a
about.
clue what you're talking about.
I thought it was There's one of those fish chains.
Now we have to go
that
back
was
and listen to
started
every single comment
by,
you've
like, a
made to
huge
verify
British
them all now. We can't trust a single word you said all night because the knowledge has been.
Oh man!
The
All right,
Gordon
guys, I gotta get
fisherman
off.
from
The wife
Gloucester,
is hailing me.
Massachusetts.
All right, mate. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'll watch the rest of my phone. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye, Roger.
No, if it wasn't Captain D's, it's one of them by one of those.
Well,
it
you need to
blew
go
me
and find
away
out
when I
now.
found it
You're
out,
dropping-
and I
you're
forgot what it
dropping
was.
Fake knowledge, mate. Fake knowledge is not good.
fake
to
knowledge.
No, there's
no,
one of
no,
those.
it's full
There's
of fake
one of
knowledge.
those chains.
You'll be telling us next the election was rigged, mate. Come on, give us real information. None
Arthur
of this-
Treacher's Fish and Chips. That's what it was. Arthur Treacher's. I was
Arthur
screwing up
Treacher's
Arthur
Fish and
Treacher with. I was screwing up Arthur.
Who's Arthur
Treacher with Captain
Treacher?
D there.
Who's
He's
Arthur
not-
Treacher? Is he an actor?
Yeah, he was like Olivier's buddy.
What?
Okay.
Yeah,
my quarter buys.
Must have been a long time ago.
quarter buys. I was screwing up the Captain D's with Arthur
Quarter
Treacher,
buys and dollar buys. Hold on.
which again, he was a big actor, but that's Arthur Treacher's is what introduced America to fish and chip stores. Because that's what Captain D's was.
Is Arthur Treacher, an English character actor, typecast as the perfect butler for his performances as Jeeves, and as a butler in several Shirley Temple films.
Yeah,
There you go. Kyle was right.
Yeah, he wasn't
that's
right.
what I'm saying. I just confused
He
him.
took a name from a completely different restaurant, so he wasn't actually right. He was randomly shouting
But-
about a different restaurant. And
But Arthur
That's like
Treacher's
saying
and Captain
Ronald
D's
McDonald
introduced
Kentucky Fried
America
Chicken,
to fish and chip
Kentucky Fried
stores.
Chicken, and still wrong.
Those were the fast food chains that introduced them. That's why I flipped him, because
Right.
when I was a kid, those were the two fast food chains that were
Let's look at
fish and
Norman
chips.
comics. All right, mate. You got your fish and chips mixed up. Okay, all right.
All
We'll
right.
live with that.
Anybody collect these?
Oh
No.
yeah,
I avoid them. I went
issue
around-
18 has a great Neil Adams cover.
Yeah.
I'm
I
trying.
think
I'm gonna look for the rest of these.
I saw you did a little Instagram post about it, didn't you? About why you're collecting it, and you showed the War of the Worlds.
Yeah, because I like War of the Wars
Yeah.
universe. This
Yeah.
is something that I already showed too, not for resale. It's actual
You-
comic book with that ads in there.
I think the original capsule landed in Woking, where I used to go for my summer holidays when I was a kid. I think the original capsule from War of the Worlds. Is it Woking? Do you remember, Mark?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I collect all the Funeral for Friends.
It could have been a differently named place, but you know, who cares?
Yeah. It could have been Arthur
You
Treacher.
showed this. I already. Reason I bought this because it reminds me of you, Gray. This guy right there.
Oh yeah. Handsome devil.
And I collect these warlords.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I got a bunch of
I have got.
You like a man in a
Do
loincloth.
you like the Warlord series?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I have got a load, Narman, which are just I got about 150 for.
What are they? The repeats or what?
Yeah, I might send you some if you send me your address.
All right. Here's more warlords.
Let's find out what numbers he needs. Hi, Simon.
I guess I need to send Simon the Kiss cover.
What's up, Simon?
If you want a link, Simon, let me know. I'll send it to you.
You guys like football?
No.
No.
You guys like soccer?
Not that hand stuff that you play out there in America.
Hey, Mark, does that look familiar?
Yes, it looks very familiar. I have that, and I have the ash can now.
Yeah, there you go. And you have the black and white of
I don't
that
know what
too,
this
right?
is, but Otaku says it's
Books of magic.
So book of magic.
Nice book.
I have no idea what that
character
is. But I got it for quarters, so
Timothy
got it
Hunter.
for quarter.
When
You guys like Dark Tower series? I
Anyone ever
completed
have
Dark
that
Tower
character?
series almost. So
Yeah, I mean, Neil Gaiman missed a trick with Books of Magic and Timothy Hunter because he came out before Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman. Dark Tower is a Stephen King, right? I picked these up because
He's talking about Books of Magic, not
Oh,
Guns.
Book of Magic. Okay, yeah. Not bad for quarter, right?
Teen
Who
Titans.
keeps
Wedding cover.
Yeah.
Card game cover, but Warlord.
Oh yeah.
Where are you? Are you in Canada somewhere?
I'm in
Seattle, wasn't
Seattle or Virginia. You know, Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. I love 70s book, 70s to 79. Warlord, more Warlord stuff. I love these Warlords.
I never got into Warlord. Never. It's like I don't know.
I just love the.
Maybe I'll go and have a look at them. I might change my mind. I might go and have a look at my Warlords, and I might change my mind.
It's basically
them.
Is it Scataris? Isn't it the name of the land?
Yeah, and you know that Aquaman show, part of Scataris or whatever that place is.
Scataris,
I quite like the internal artwork. It's a bit
in the center of the earth. Scataris.
Yeah, this is Mike Will does this quite a bit. He makes a wonderful covers too. Yeah,
I might go and reassess those tomorrow.
Yeah, I was not that keen on his costume. Like literally, a man in loincloth isn't.
I thought it was just a straight Conan ripoff.
No, Mike. I mean, it's about story. It's a story about there's a hollow earth, right? And the pilot falls into it, and it has lost Atlantis. So it has a technology, magic, and solar and sorcery, and the technology, even advanced technologies. So,
Metal Man, lovely.
I'm start doing the Metal Man now. I'm going to start collecting.
Yeah, I'm collecting Metal Man. I'm trying to. I got about 3, so there's a long way to go yet.
I need to get at least a reprint of the original story. The first. I would love to get that. I don't know where that might be.
Is it Showcase?
I'm sure I cannot afford a
Showcase, like original. Showcase 60 or something like that.
Yeah, I just it's quirky as heck. It's just quirky as heck, and I love that kind of comic books.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, Raining Little Man.
Yeah.
This is a little modern one, but these are like quarters or dollars, so
yeah,
not bad.
I was reading one of them the other day, and it was like a Chinese character. So I think he was like I don't know, they're like Egg Fu Wonder Woman fights. I think he's like related to him somehow, and they're doing the whole thing where they're mixing up the R's and the L's, like when they're talking. You know,
I see.
The 60s, like the blinking racism, when they mess around. But at one point, he actually acknowledges that he's getting it wrong because he says it correctly and then corrects himself to say it wrong. And he was just like, that's a really weird kind of. It's a really weird kind of thing they were doing in that comic.
I love to see some racism in these books. Yeah. Because
one like that in the Flash.
I'm glad I was back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In Japan, like in the Japan one, he's fighting the samuroids, and there's all that blinking.
Hey, I got this for $1. 15 cents book for $1. Not bad, huh?
That's pretty good. That is really good.
That's good.
4s are quite. There's obviously a few keys, but 4s I tend to pick up pretty cheaply, really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big ones, obviously, but most of the filler issues.
And I'm trying to collect all the Atlas comics.
Good pick up.
I've got all the Atlas apart from the Vickies that are rarer than Rocking Horse shit.
Which ones?
Vickies, yeah, I heard Roger mentioned that.
You got the Atlas magazines too?
Vicky,
No,
yeah.
I'm just looking for.
No, I'm not after magazines. I'm not a magazine collector.
I'm trying to put something that's too rare. I mean, I just want to be able to pick up all these if I can.
Yeah, they're quite decent little comics. It's a shame the company didn't go longer and like give DC and Marvel a challenge back in the day. To be honest,
Yeah, I was hoping they would give a challenge to DC and Marvel.
Yeah,
but they did. When I go, oh, good, new comic book company.
Yeah,
and they just folded.
I only heard about them about a couple of years ago. I'd never even heard of them before because didn't know if we ever saw them over here. But I saw it on.
Part of it is my fault. I never picked it up because I go, oh, good. I hope they do well, but I always go back to my Superman.
Okay.
Once he got into a fight, Martin Goodman, who founded Marvel Comics, went and founded Atlas Seaboard. And
okay, Norman, before you move that one on, is that Brute number 1?
No, it's a Brute number 2.
Okay.
What are you looking
for? Brute number 1.
Uh-huh.
The guy who was doing the art disagreed with Goodman or whatever his name was, and felt that they were just doing copies of Marvel comics. So he was really pissed off. And there's an aeroplane on the cover of Brute number 1, and it basically says shit on it. So I think it's SHI7.
Yeah,
I think it's the number plate on the plane. Okay, so you want to watch out for Brute number 1. It's a famous pissing off, you know.
Okay, I'm definitely going to have to pick that up. I'm also looking for the first special issue. I think there's like 12 of them out there.
That's about 20, I think. I've got a few of them. I'm sure I looked up, it's about 20 odd, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all those.
You won the first Warlord, didn't you? Because Warlord appeared in that first of all, didn't he?
Yeah, it's really.
I got that one.
Oh, you got that one.
Yeah.
It's a really confusing series because it's called First Issue.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's probably issue 7.
When I was a kid, I was picking up first issue, and I didn't quite read. I mean, I should be able to read
Brute number 1.
If anyone's got a copy of Grim Ghost,
Carl, can you show us the shit?
Simon needs it for his run.
On Brute 1, there should be an aeroplane.
Brute 1, show Brute 1.
Yeah, and I'm not sure it's on the cover.
I think it's inside. I don't think it's on the cover. I think it might be inside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rather than on the cover.
It's a famous one.
Let's let Ray show some comics while you're looking for it.
I'll agree with Costa.
It's been a while since we went on Ray.
My favorite is awesome.
Let's go back to what ifs.
Okay. Yeah, what if people had lived? What if people had died? What if they joined S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, Metarog's back.
Oh, he's in chat. He's back in chat.
Nice one. I love that one.
Yep.
That's been homaged a few times. The old monster emerging.
Oh, that's a good one.
Continue to mutate.
If you want to see the shit plane, it's the last panel.
Let me put you on quickly. Just to look at this panel.
Is that?
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I can't see it.
Yeah,
right.
shit. It's just
it's on the way.
Yeah. My screen ain't big enough. I couldn't make it out. But yeah, I vaguely remember that. I can't remember if I mentioned it when I did a video. I thought I remember seeing it, but
SH17.
Thanks, Kyle.
Well,
yeah.
you know me. I hear about something, I'll just trot back in my library.
You completed What If, Rayman?
No, I've got none of the first volume of What If. I've got a few of the second volume of What If. But yeah, there's too many others. I'd rather get, in their place, I ain't got room to get everything.
Ray needs issue 1, but I'm going to fix that for him.
Ray doesn't have an issue 1?
Nope, don't have the issue 1. I start off at issue 2.
Yeah.
He's got 2 issue 2s.
Have you got a full run of it apart from number 1, or is there a few more gaps as well?
There's a couple of gaps in there.
Yeah.
I think I got about 70% of it, 1 through 20 somewhere.
What if Captain America was revived today? Well, they keep shifting the goalposts to when he was revived anyway, didn't they? So, I mean,
He's going to be revived again.
Revived in 2015, wasn't he? I'm not too sure how they're blinking working it now.
We have a little commercial. It says, hamburger is free tomorrow.
Right. You see, that's the type of one that annoys me. What if the Hulk went berserk? I'm sure he did go berserk quite a few times.
Yeah, exactly.
I think maybe if he's berserk all the time.
That's kind of his thing. It's kind of his thing, isn't it? And then what if the Hulk went to anger management? That might be more fun. And we could just see him counting backwards from 10, like every time he gets a bit angry, or counting sheep or something, or listening to whale music, to keep himself calm. That would be an exciting issue, I'm sure.
What that is in here? Number 1.
Right,
What is this book doing in here?
Hillary,
This doesn't belong in here.
I need that because I need Hillary to autograph it.
What if Rayman filed his comics wrong?
No, I think what the is pretty close alphabetically to what
Off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need that whole run of what the, because I need Hillary to sign them.
Right. Yeah, I never really enjoyed them comics. What they are, I think of.
Kingpin is still living.
Forward, not really interested.
I had 3 of those.
I don't think I've ever read a comic parody that I thought was funny.
You got Tales of Evil 1, Gray?
I've got all of them apart from the Vickies, mate. The Tales of Evil are quite good covers. I quite like the story on one of them as well. It was a really good story. The bog monster, like it was like a swamp monster kind of take. But I can't remember, it was a little bit sort of sideways. So I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it might have been an alien. But I quite enjoyed that bog monster story. Some of them atlases finishing in really weird, blinky places.
What is it? What if Spider-Man did what?
What if the alien costume had possessed Spider-Man?
Ah.
Oh, wow. He's like super duper dude.
Yeah. Not quite as tough as that. Venom's not as tough as that, is he? So it's a little bit of a miss story. The Vision had destroyed the Avengers. Ah. Well, that's what he was designed for originally, wasn't he? To destroy the Avengers.
Well, yeah, he was supposed to design. He was designed to kill the Avengers, right?
Yeah. I gotta say, it's a weird thing. Like Ultron was made by Hank Pym to, like, obviously to do good, and he went bad. And then Ultron made blinking Vision and Joe Castor to be evil.
Because children are always rebellious.
It's like, it's like the whole Frankenstein thing all over again, isn't it? You make a monster and it ends up killing you or going against your wishes.
Well, children are always rebellious.
Yeah.
Yeah, rebellious, exactly.
You haven't got any kids, Gray. You don't understand.
Yeah, this is true, yeah. I read too many comics and no kids were not worth it. What if the X-Men died on their first mission? Mm-hmm.
What if?
Okay, mate. Let's.
Okay, good night, guys. I'll see some of you tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, all right, mate. Have a great, amazing day.
Hey, Mark, I hope you're still listening, but have your Hillary question.
Have a great, amazing day. Have a great, amazing day. I hope you have a great, amazing day.
Yeah, he needs to have his Hillary questions up and ready. I meant to tell him that tonight. So, Mark, please tell me.
What's the next team, Gray Man, for Slingers?
This week, Slingers is humanoid giants.
You see Suffield?
Sorry?
No, I cannot do it this week. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, no. We'd have to come on again soon, though, yeah. Well, yeah, there might be
next week.
I'm not sure there'll be a space. It's a bit up in the air. Like, people don't sort of always know in advance. But at the moment, Cap's out this week, so I've already asked Mark to come in, and it could possibly Roscoe might be out because Roscoe's worried he won't have any giant covers because, like, he's mostly modern and there's not that many giants on modern comic books.
Well, there's a humanoid giant.
Yeah. On that cover, he's giant, isn't he?
Juggernaut's not that big, though, is he? Normally.
Well, it's what you could stretch call him a giant. Let's put it this way: if you shout to Matilda and she's in a good mood, she'll accept it.
Yeah.
As long as
she
you shout it,
accepts from something from you.
you know. Okay, see you later, Comic Journey.
Oh, I thought CJ. I wanted CJ to come on for a little bit.
Are you doing the Insomniac tonight, CJ? Before you go?
Is he doing what?
Did he left?
I think he's gone.
So
yeah, Jugs is pretty big. He's a big old
is
chap.
Fantastic Lost.
Huge jugs. Who's got huge?
Yeah. I wonder if that translated in America. I wasn't too sure. Yeah.
Jugs? I watch enough of Baby Hill.
Speaking of our
You know what
guest,
that
that
is.
last one was JMD Mateus.
Speaking of guess what?
Come on, CJ, pop on. That last What If Craven was a JMD Mateus. What if?
Oh, right. Yeah. Bye.
I just realized you're wearing a Duff beer hat.
Duff.
Yeah. Old Simpsons hat.
Vision already did that. If he conquered the Avenger, he conquered the world.
Yeah.
Well, that was like a 3-issue What If arc.
He got a bit authoritarian at one part, didn't he? Started taking over the Avengers.
And then what happened one more day? He unmarried her.
Yeah.
Oh, another wedding cover.
That was kind of, I never read the story, but that's when he brought Aunt May back, wasn't it? Aunt May come back to life. But a silly deal with Mephisto. But Aunt May's already so old anyway. I mean, she's
That
kind of
one
like
is so good. That may be the best What If right there.
If you're
when
not escaped
Mephisto
her.
gets him in the end and loses. It's
Is Captain
brilliant.
Marvel still dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, the original died. They're never going to bring him back. They'll bring back variations of him, but they won't bring back.
Well,
the
they
one guy.
gave him a son out of the blue, didn't they? All of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to take notes when Kyle's around. I may be taking a wrong note.
Hey, I got the fish and chips right, just the wrong company.
You didn't. You got it completely wrong.
It was about fish and chips. I just got the wrong company. I admit that.
And the wrong guy.
See, you guys have fish and chip stores everywhere. In the U.S., we only had 2 of them for decades.
Yeah. We don't tend to have that many chains, fish and chip chains. We tend to just have people have like mum and pops or whatever own their own store kind of thing.
I told you we need to stop talking about CJ until later on, because he does watch a little bit before he goes.
Right. Oh, for Treachers, yeah, that's right.
They're Treachers, yeah. Arthur Treachers. I just brain farted Arthur Treachers and Captain D's.
He's not special anymore.
Captain America formed the Avengers.
I thought he did form the Avengers.
No,
they
thought him out in issue 4.
Yeah. Fantastic Four's second child had lived.
Which Val did live, so that became a moot point.
Spider-Man kept his cosmic powers.
Spider-Man had an alien power.
Yeah, Captain Universe. When he had Captain Universe,
Yeah, he was Captain Universe. I love their hush puppies. No kidding.
Did Captain Universe have a fish and chip restaurant like Captain D?
Yeah.
Stop talking about CJ. He's not leaving.
Oh no, he's not leaving. Oh no.
Right, I'm gonna show a few more now because I've still got.
Yeah, go ahead.
Still got a third of a box
for
to go, and it's 12:30 here now, almost. So just right, 407 into the living bioverse, and 408. Yeah. Someone needs the bed.
I see a pattern coming up here.
Doom is 60 seconds away. And yeah, I'm not going to read the whole blurb. It's too long.
Just read
the next issue is a big one, huh?
That one?
Yeah, what's significant about that?
I don't know. I think I've heard someone talking about it. I can't remember. Oh, was it the first of the new Warriors?
Yeah, the new Warriors pop up on the last page.
Yeah, and there they are.
And then there they are.
The Acts of Vengeance storyline where the villains fought different heroes. There was quite a good bit in that Acts of Vengeance where all the villains have teamed up together to, and they're facing off against different heroes to try and beat them because like they're not used to fighting them, kind of thing. And Magneto really had only joined up so he could get a hold of the Red Skull because he wants to kill him, doesn't he? Because obviously the Red Skull was a Nazi.
Yeah.
Magneto is a Jewish guy. So okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I thought it was quite a good subplot.
Yeah, I made that Jewish joke earlier about circumcising trees, but nobody got it.
Yeah, no one wanted to get it. There's some blinking curl on that one. I need to get a new bag on that one. Stellaris strikes. And the secret of Stellaris. Who is Nobilis? Let there be life. No bags, no boards on these ones. They're not all got boards.
Yeah, I'm missing boards. I need a bag and board all these quarter buys I got.
Yeah, why don't you start putting boards on everything? There's less room in the boxes. So I don't always board them all. Enter Excalibur.
You gonna click all doors?
No, I've written them down, quite a few of them, but like whatever I'm not even sure what I'm going for actually. Probably from I can't remember. But you know, if I see them and I haven't got them, I'll buy them if they're not expensive. You know, that's about it really. Then it's certainly not one of my main focuses at all. But yeah, I don't mind a 4. They were always good battles. You know, there was pretty decent battles. You know, so I don't mind a 4 comic book. Requiem for the Wrecker. And there's a new Thunder God in town. The first issue of a stunning new epic. This is the Eric Masterson era, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
How much is that one? Cover price?
$1.
$1, okay.
Or 60p in the UK. No more Mr. Nice God. I don't remember that one. Thor's got a massive gun. He's like channeling the Punisher. Classic villains, Absorbing Man, Titania.
Like a God-killing gun?
Don't know. It's a big old blinking weapon, though, that's for sure.
What does a Thor need a gun? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I know. Weird, isn't it? I might, you know, might not before. I think it might be the Thunderstrike version of Thor, so maybe different rules for him.
Yeah, he's not quite as powerful.
And then we got Future Thor.
Oh boy!
Kind of his future
blonde
universe. Now it's got to the part where they don't even have a bag each. They're like 5 in a bag, kind of thing. When hammers clash.
I guess Thor always been blonde though.
This one I literally just bought. I just finished reading this one. I literally just put it in the box tonight. This one.
Loki's back.
Loki's back.
Well, Thor in comics started out as a redhead in DC Comics, but
Oh, really? DC Comic had Thor?
yeah,
Yeah, there was Thor at one point. Yeah. Well, he's just mythology, isn't he? So just the mythology thing.
Yeah, I mean, DC had a Hercules.
Yeah, and a Samson. Actually, I'm currently reading a Hercules.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
How is it?
Hercules.
I'm only about 5 pages in. No, it might be all right. It doesn't seem too bad. There we go.
I had a chance to 1, 2, 3 on that one.
I've seen the Flash Superman races, but I've never seen a 4 Zombie Man race before.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, anyway.
Thor brought his big hammer to that one.
Yeah, you want to show some more? You got some more show, Carl?
Here's something for Roger, since I
Big boy.
From 1970.
Boy, my wife will come home too. So I'm gonna
Then this one I'll show Norman.
I'm gonna leave, guys. Have fun.
Norman, I'm showing this for you.
What is that? Book of Magic.
But it's the platinum version. It's the incredibly rare platinum version.
Carl's showing a big boy, and Norman's wife wants a big boy, so she's calling him.
There you go. He can't be noisy with it.
Big boy got to go. Bye, guys.
Bye. He's gonna regret missing this run. How about Twisted Tales?
All right, Twisted Tales.
Number 1.
Someone's taking liberties of interest there.
Issue 2 with the Bernie Wrightson cover.
Cool. Was that East? No, was that VC? Was that company?
Pacific.
Oh, Pacific. PC.
Another Richard Corbin dinosaur cover.
They were the 80s, them ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic beheaded cover and number 4. I have all these but the super size special.
Quite gruesome covers.
Another Corbin zombie.
How long did that one go for?
10 issues and a super size special.
Okay,
Look at that melting wax lady.
Nice.
That's
cool. She got a naked bosom, or was that my imagination?
That was naked melting bosom.
I saw it too.
How about a severed head on Grandma's fireplace? Man.
I think someone showed that on Cover Slingers once. I'm pretty sure someone showed that on Cover Slingers at one point.
There's number 8. Sewer aliens.
Are the stories any good? The covers are nice, but are the stories any good?
They're incredible.
Right.
This is a big ECO homage setup here, so Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of guy, and then of course classic zombie cover in number 10. So that's my run of those. They just happen to be handy. So I don't know. If you want to see more, show more.
That last one reminded me of Night of the Living Dead, the 80s remake one with the punk woman in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Remember that film?
Yeah. Speaking of boobage.
That film was good because at the end they nuke Louisville. Shout out to Big Alex Big Blue.
And I grabbed out all my Charltons, but I don't think there's anything else I'm going to grab out of here. Yeah, another
Roger's not here.
Booby.
Alien giant boobies. That would be good for a big giant humanoid cover, wouldn't it?
That is coming out. So just as a heads up, that's coming out if I'm playing. 3D Alien Worlds. And then the cute one, the number 1 non-3D.
Oh, I say.
Yeah.
I can see a lady's posterior.
Nice booty.
Shocking.
Oh. Let's see, what's this?
I bet Ray's got a box of semi-clad ladies in your Ray special box.
True Tales of
under my bed.
Yeah. How's
Yeah.
this for a doppelganger cover? True Tales of Roller Derby Doppelgangers at the Hangar.
Okay.
Actual
Roller
doppelganger.
derby. Roller derby, huh?
Here's a rare one. Voodoo the Mini. What else is in this box we're showing?
You got any idea how many different publishers you've got comics by? That'd be interesting to.
All of them. I would imagine there's not one that slipped by me.
What?
I mean, I've got long boxes worth of independent publishers going back to the '60s. So
yeah.
How about my inner bimbo?
You should do that for a video sometime, Carl. Show one comic from every different publisher that you've got, or as many as you can fit into one video.
That'd go on for days.
You'd have to do it as a video rather than a stream, though. We'll make a series.
Literally, I mean, I can go into War Books and be like, "Here's 14 different Golden Age publishers right here."
Well, that's it then. That's you got a few videos then, haven't you?
Yeah, I could do that for. Yeah,
you could do that. You could do that as well, Ray. I've probably only got about 6 or 7, 8. Maybe I've got more than I think, but I haven't got that many different ones. Certainly ain't got that many different ones. While he's wandering off, we'll let you show some more books, Ray. I don't know. Can't believe he's not ready. No, him. He's wandered off. You got boxes all over the place. Well, in distance, walking distance, reaching distance, rather.
Yeah, reaching distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta keep it. You gotta play it smart, but got to keep getting up and walking around. You're just sitting there.
We'll go with Metal Man.
Nice. Shake the Stars.
Number 12.
Yeah, they're cool covers. The Metal Men. Dark as
yeah.
Dark
Love
as
the covers.
Yeah.
This is number 16.
Cool.
All right.
How's this doing on there?
I'm gonna go through a not full short box and see how many.
The dinosaur who stayed for dinner. I got the one the other day. The cannibal.
Hey man, you got this one.
That's it. That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, I know you got that one.
Robot. That's just a great cover.
It is a great cover.
That's a crazy concept as well. Birthday cake for a cannibal robot. It's like, what the heck?
I know.
I love that one.
I do too.
Destroy the Metal Man. Chemo or chemo.
God, I love smelling old comics.
I think we all do. Oh, look, I have 2 of those. Great man,
nice.
You need one of them?
I do, mate. I do. Yeah, definitely.
You do? Okay, put that in the Gray Man pile. That was easy.
Oh, dear.
How about this one? You need this one?
I think I've got that one. I can't remember. What number is it?
44.
44. I think that might be one of the ones I've got. Let's have a quick check.
Okay, because I got 2 of those.
I
don't know how I got these 2. I thought I only had 1 of each. There you go.
I've not even updated my blinking list, actually. What the hell? I thought I'd updated the list. I thought I'd added it to the... I'm going to have to go through and check that. I thought I'd updated the Metal Men on my list. Apparently I haven't done. That's annoying. Let me just refresh this, make sure I have not, like... That's weird. I thought I had my Metal Men list all complete. I haven't. I'm going to have to go through them and check them out. That's really annoying.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Damn.
I'll start piles for everybody.
I know what box they're in, so I can just quickly check the box. Box 40. Box 40's got my Metal Men in, I'm sure. So yeah, 44. I've got a 44. Thanks. I've already got a 44.
Oh, you already got 44? Okay.
Yeah, I thought I did, but trouble is that with most comic books, because we watch so many videos, sometimes I get sidetracked, and because I've seen a video of comics so many times, I think I've got it, and then like you know, so I've got that one because it's only because I've seen it so many times on other people's channels. It makes me think I have it, and I don't. It's like that. There's the one, the Daredevil one, where he's got the cat and the yellow background. I was sure I had that comic book. I was so sure I had it. I went to the box twice to make sure I hadn't slipped in somewhere strange. But it must have just been that I'd seen it on other people's channels that made me think I had it.
Right.
Yeah. Metal Man. Fun concept.
You got this one?
That one I do have, yeah. That used to be the only one I had at one point.
They had 2 of those.
I think that's the last one, isn't it? Is that the last one in the run? Is it 47 or something?
This is number 56.
56. That might be the last one in the run. I can't. Yeah, well said. No, man, you like watch comic channels all day, and you see the same book over and over again, and you think you own it, and you end up you don't own it. It's like, damn.
Hey, guess who gave me this one?
Roger.
No, guess again.
So obviously someone in the community that I know. Bill. Oh, that was for me.
Yes,
Oh.
that was from you.
Awesome.
Long time ago.
I've got yours over the pile up on the top of my shelf, most of them up in the pile on top of the shelf. That's separate. I kind of like thinking of mixing them up because another one of because you sent me a load of that Gravedigger character. I never had any of them. Got another
that
one
was years ago.
Yeah,
years ago.
Yeah.
That's it for Metal Men that I have.
All right. Let me say a few more of mine then. Let's get through a few more of mine. Got 2 more lots that I want to show.
Okay.
So, right, let's open up this bag. So, kind of a boring white background, but plenty of characters and blurbs on there. Thou art naught but a mortal impostor. Where is the true for? Oh boy. Odin awake. 450th issue. And this has got like a flip book because you've got like a reprint or something in the.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a reprint on the from front to back. And also I think it's got a cover gallery or something. Some cool covers.
That's 450?
Yeah, 450, yeah. Pretty cool. But this character I thought was a real good look to him. Blood Axe. He's like the Red Skull or Ghost Rider or something.
I guess that
Can't go wrong with a skull-headed villain. He's back at last. The triumphant return, the mighty 4, the final gauntlet. It looks like 4s are clashing here.
Yeah.
Who shall hold this hammer? This is a weird one, this one. I'm not too keen on the art on this one. It doesn't look too bad, but it's not that bad. It looks
I never really liked that one either.
Yeah. I was trying to do the colours or something. It's kind of weird.
It is weird looking.
That's the last one that I'm going for. I'm stopping my run out. No more 4s after that, but anything before that, I'll,
Right. Yeah, I don't collect.
I haven't got many annuals. I've got 1 annual of 4. I might have some more maybe in a different box if they crossed over because one time they had like crossing over stories, didn't they?
Right.
So I might have them, but this is just 4 annual number 10. And then I've got my Thunderstrike run, which I have all of. A nice bit of 90s silver.
Yeah, I got like 3 of those.
Shiny goodness. When the year is that? Oh, I can't see the year on it. Oh, no, it's too bright. It might have said 89 actually. Can't really see it very well. No, writing's too small. It's too dark in this room for me to check it out at the moment. The Juggernaut. Sangre means blood. The lady's name is Pandora. Not to be confused with Pandora. It's the 90s. They say society stinks. It does. They say politicians lie. They do. They say you can't trust anyone. Maybe. They say heroes are dead. Wrong. That's a weird blurb. And he's got some kind of camera sticking out behind his ear as well. I don't remember that. And it's a interesting. Right, last one for this little section. I'll show the rest of them at the end. There we go.
All right.
He's carrying 4. I'm not too sure he's carrying 4. No, the costume's wrong. Don't know who he's carrying there. All right, Kyle, you got some more out?
Well, yeah, because just to show you the variation of publishers I have, I'm going to put that up because it has nudity in it. But just in one box, just the rarities of one, like 2/3 full short box. There's a Dell. 15-cent price variant. Skip over some Dells. Basically King Features, McKay Publishing, 1938 Ace Comics, EC.
Nice.
I think that would make a cool challenge, like for the people who like loads of comics. If you like made a challenge video saying show one of every single publisher that you have, and we can see
Magazine Enterprises, First Princess Panther.
I think it might be a bit too many comics for some people actually to show them all.
Quality Comics.
Yeah.
Then randomness, and why this is in here, I guess because I'm
You
trying
don't
to
show your Golden Age that much, Carl.
There's Dark Horse. There's a rare Dave Stevens Dark Horse.
Yeah. I don't recall you showing a lot of Golden Age on your channel.
Yensler. Yeah, they're older ones. Yensler, Cherry Underground. There's an early 50s Charlton.
Huh?
What the hell? There's a DC randomly stuck in there.
Yeah, combat.
Why not?
Which again, I use that for a mustache, but there's a giant humanoid.
True.
1940s Harvey Comics.
Joe Palooka.
Oh, let's see. ECDC. How about some Spire Christian Comics?
Oh, yeah. It's a cool cover. That it looks like cool art. It looks like the kind of art they used to have romance books. That kind of style of art.
I get a T-Man.
Quality.
What's the T stand for?
There's Prize Group.
No clue.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Black Magic. What was that company?
Prize Group.
Prize Group. Oh, that's an old one then, yeah. Because that logo, it looks the same as I'm sure it's later Black Magic with that same logo.
Prize Group. Dells. Archie's from the 40s. Super Duck. Another run of Dell. Another Charlton. Prize with the Western. Why I like this one so much is it's got a 1948 date stamp on it.
Oh, cool.
Fiction House.
Treasury.
That's nice.
Jet Ace is #1. Classics Illustrated.
Oh, yeah. I've got one Classics Illustrated. You know what it is?
62 date stamp. What, #1?
No.
It can't be a birthday, but well, technically they were. Was it the Negro Americans? That came out in the late 60s.
Actually, I never thought about my birthday book on that run. No, it's Green Mentions, the first appearance of Rima the Jungle Girl in comic books.
Yeah. Yeah, the end of '69, the Negro Americans came out. I can look at the date on that. If you need me to look at the date, I'll pull that up.
I'll have a look on.
Oh, why can't I remember who did this? CKR Publishing or whatever. So I got both variations of that. So Captain Canuck, his Commonly Publishings. That's another quality. That's one of the original Dell comics. So I'm starting to repeat. I'm curious as to who did this because it's not on the cover. 1949 True Sport Stories with Satchel Paige. Street and Smith's. There's a Street and Smith's book. So what? I'm on about a dozen publishers already, huh? And I'm not even making a dent in this. And 1945 Doe. And while we're in wartime, how about a Famous Funnies?
I'm trying to look up Classics Illustrated on my comic shop, and you can't sort of get a whole run of them. It's only giving you the individual comic books. So the Three Musketeers was reprinted about 6 times by the looks of it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bloody hell. Reprinted. What the hell? 23 times they reprinted the Three Musketeers.
There's another publisher there. Issue number 1 of Eek, which has dirty thanks God I got the shakes bad.
Cumley, that's not the name of a blinking comic company,
Richard
is it?
Cumley, yeah. That's
Okay.
another quality. Then we got to have Fawcett. Got a 1944 Captain Marvel. Comics on Parade. I thought this was Comics on Parade might be Dell. No, it's not Dell. That's another publisher though. It's 1944 Big Shot. That's another publisher. I'm not going to open it up to find out right now though. New Funnies. Funnies. Dell, SEC, King Comics.
Yeah. Quite a few.
Wow.
Harvey. I think this might be Fiction House. That might be another one right there. Yeah, I think these two are Fiction House. Then, of course, we got to have Atlas. Navy Combat.
Nice. I like that cover.
Charlton, DC. Avon, periodicals. A very fly-by-night company. There aren't many of these out there. Ajax. So, GI Combat at quality before DC bought them.
Yeah, look what I found actually today when I was putting this comic away. Let's put me on for a second. Yes, you got loads basically. Now you got to make a series of videos showing all different.
I only got like 3 more to go through here. So.
All right, look, you can see who it's from. Rayman.
Hey.
Look at that giant fingers on that cover, and I didn't think of that one for blinking giant fingers that week.
Oh my God.
That would have been fine.
That would have
for
been awesome. That would have been a winner. Definitely.
Right, let's see your last 3 you got in that box, mate.
There's Toby Press.
Toby Press.
That's Charlton. That's another Toby. Whoops.
Metarog says COP
That's
was
another
unique.
Toby. That's another quality. There's an Ace. Ace Publications.
Yeah, how many blinking different publishers were there back in the blinking heyday then? Like all going at one time. Any
And
idea?
that's another Toby. So they fluctuate, and a lot of them were owned by the same people, but people that. But yeah, just in that one box alone, I had more than 20 publishers. probably 20 to 30 publishers, and that's maybe 2/3 full. So I'm rearranging. So
You got quite a few.
that's
Right,
just.
let's put it on Ray so we can show a few more of his.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go look up that Classics Illustrated for you.
I got the New Mutants. And I don't have number 1. I got number 2.
We got New Mutants. Oh yeah.
Of what? Of New Mutants?
Yep.
Oh, I've got an autograph number 1 I'd let off for you if you want it.
I actually finished my New Mutants one a little while ago. I haven't got around to reading them yet, which is terrible. Very naughty of me. Over 100, Roger says. Roger, you should do a
gaps.
You should do a video showing one of every publisher that you own, or a couple of videos. Have you got the big issue from the New Mutants run, Ray?
No.
No, me neither. I got a facsimile. Facsimile will do me. That's Silver Samurai. I always like Silver Samurai. He looks a great look. And Viper as well. She's a good villainess. Beautiful but deadly. Yeah. The Silver Samurai just looks really cool.
Yeah, he's cool looking. I like that.
At one point in the Spider-Woman run, Viper was claiming to be Spider-Woman's real mother. I can't remember how that worked out in the end. I think she wasn't.
No, you're not going to get a birthday book from Classics Illustrated.
Why did they not? We'll put one out in September.
They went into reprints. This is the last of the first series print. Spring of 1969. That one right there.
Well, there's all reprints after that.
Well, there's like Classics Illustrated Junior, but this is the last issue. This is the last regular issue.
All right.
Spring of 1969. Anything after that is secondary.
Right.
So, yeah, I figured if it was going to be any of them, it'd be that one.
Right.
Now, that one predates you by 6 months or more.
Wow, they ended. Wow, I didn't realize it was that old.
They kept going on. They kept printing things. Gilberton Publishing, which again, there's another publisher, Gilberton Publishing.
Good gunfight one there. You have to dig out 5 gunfight covers, Ray, for a future Slinger's Choice.
Oh, piece of cake. Piece of cake. I got 2 long boxes of Westerns.
Yeah, true. Good point. Magic.
This is what I want to collect.
Oh, the face covers on the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
some
quite
of them are hard to get in there. I think the Alf one's quite rare, and the Garfield, yeah, that's a rare one. And the robot.
I have the Garfield one.
Oh yeah, cool. New Mutants. They've done more up to date New Mutant titles, haven't they? I'm sure there've been more New Mutant runs after that one. I think there are. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
the first run.
Yeah. Still, this is 86.
Yeah. Sentinels.
That's a cool looking cover.
Trapped in the future. Which friend betrayed them? Looks like Sunspot. In the background, looks like Sunspot's betrayed them.
He looks whacked out.
Yeah. I remember, I think one of the ones I bought at the time when the series was out was when Cypher got killed. I think it was just after Cypher was killed and Warlock went a bit crazy. But he was kind of like, he was the weakest kind of like mutant ever, wasn't he? Old Cypher. He couldn't really do a great deal. He could like read any language and understand computers or something like that. And so it was handy, but shouldn't have been getting involved in any battles, to be honest. Should strictly have been a backup player, old Cypher. Yeah. Not a bad team. 100 issues. I've got to get around to reading it, though. I've got to get around to reading it. I keep like putting it off, getting new comics, or new old comics, should I say, and reading them first. New Mutants. Oh, yeah. What was the name of her horse? I can't remember. Her name. What's her name? Her name is Moonshadow or something? Moon. Danny Moon. Something like that.
Star. I like this cover.
Moonstar, is it? Danielle Moonstar. It sounds familiar. Cannonball. That strange bird thing.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool looking.
You got a favourite supervillain, Ray?
Who? My
got...
super villain?
Yeah,
Red
you got
Skull. Red Skull.
Red Skull is favourite supervillain, right? Yeah, he has got a good look. He has got a good look. I'm quite partial to Rhino. Rhino looks cool.
I like Rhino too.
That first cover that he's on is just awesome. Bird Brain, that one's called. I've not actually read that run yet, so I've got it, but I've got
That's me, Roger. Bird Brain. That's me.
Yeah. Is that robot thing called like Nurse or something like that? I'm sure there was in that. Turned out he was like a nanny or something weird like that. He wanted to blinking kidnap baby mutants and raise them itself or something. Yeah. Warlock. Oh, is that Boom Boom? The blonde hair woman? Is that Boom Boom? Not sure. She was around in that one.
I don't know.
Not sure. Oh no, it's magic, isn't it? She's got a sword. It's magic. Silly me. Yeah, it's magic.
Pretty cool.
I don't know who that is. Or her. Mutants. Could be Cannibal. No, I think that could be Sunspot maybe. Roberto, is it? That looks like Sienkiewicz cover, maybe. Kind of, not sure. I think he did a few covers in that run.
Doesn't say.
He's got his kind of look to it. Don't remember that cover either, to be honest. It's like a space girl, like a woman in space. Oh yeah. That's when Cypher was killed and Warlock sort of brings him back as a zombie. That's one I did read back in the day. Oh, yeah. Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Oh, they could be called Freedom Force at this point. I'm not too sure. They become government agents, didn't they? Became government agents and started being an official pain in the ass to the X-Men.
All right.
Forge.
That's all the digging I'm digging doing with those.
Right. Gossamer comes a calling. One of my early X-Men books that I picked up as a kid was where Illyana Rasputin gets kidnapped by Belasco and taken to Limbo. That's a pretty cool comic. And she comes back, she's a full-grown woman or teenager. The New Mutants. That's a mouth of a monster there. That could work for a mouth of a monster. See that, Norman? That's no whale. The proper monster. Sim, I think his name is Sim.
Yep.
But it's got like an apostrophe in it. It says Sim or something like that.
And his sidekick is Nastari.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, he's his master, isn't he? Not his sidekick. He was supposed to be the henchman to Nastia or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I believe it. He was always trying to double cross him. That Inferno one was a bit weird because it was like techno virus as well, wasn't it? There's some kind of technical demons, weren't they? Technology demons or something. It's very weird. That's like Hella. Boom, boom. I think I had that one when it came out, I believe.
When you're ready for a breather, Ray, I got a couple of things that are probably
one more after this.
Yeah.
Valhalla. Do you remember the name of Moon, whatever faces horse?
Danielle Moonstar?
Yeah, what's the name of a horse?
Ever a horse?
Nice Hercules one. Yeah, she had a winged horse, didn't she? She
She got it when they went to Asgard.
Yeah, she came a Valkyrie for a while, didn't she? I assumed it had a name.
Yeah, that's in X-Men Annual 9. I'll pull that up later or another time. But
yeah, well, I just want to know the name of the horse.
Well, he was talking about New Mutants, so I figured I'd go pull this out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Marvel
early graphic novels.
And I went looking for the autographed one, but I'm not going to keep leaning over to that. So here's the #1 direct market.
Nice.
The #1 newsstand.
Who signed your one then?
The #1 Canadian price variant. And the #2 Canadian price variant. And I've got an autographed copy of that too.
Signed by who though?
Speaking of Leighton or McLeod, I think it's Leighton in that one.
Okay.
And I had to dig this out because I knew it was somewhere, but that's JMD Mateus with Liam, and this is my Liam signed copy that I got to get JM to sign now.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stop on them New Mutants because I was hucking boxes and that was painful. But Ray, if you're looking for a New Mutants one,
awesome.
Yeah, I got you. If you're looking for a back then, direct was shorter printed than newsstand. So.
You just got to sell your soul and give him your first ever comic book.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Just sign on the dotted line. He's out of ink. You have to just stick the pen in your finger for a bit of blood to sign the
right. Deal. Just a drop of blood will do.
Yeah.
And look, Man Thing's a giant humanoid-like creature on that too.
Yeah, so.
But I got to put that with my JM pile because I'm probably going to send him a box of books to autograph. I don't know. We'll figure.
Right.
But now,
have you arranged that with him, or are you just going to send him and hope he does it?
I went way too hard tonight.
I'll show my last lot then.
All right.
And we'll call it a night unless Ray's got a couple more he wants to show.
No, I'm good. I'm good for tonight.
No good. All right. Okay, then let's finish off this Thunderstrike. Meet Officer Zero. Will he save the city or destroy it? And Blood Axe is back. I got a feeling Blood Axe was someone that he knew, but I can't remember who it was now. It was Blood Axe's son or something weird like that. I can't remember. I'm sure there was some weirdness going on with Blood Axe. I completely forget now.
That Blood Axe was like his cop buddy.
Oh, cop buddy, right. I knew it was someone he knew. White out. Cage versus Bison. Why did I make Bison when you got a perfectly good Man Ball that wasn't being used? Got Bison and Man Ball now. They should team up. The bovine buddies. No, that's right. At this point, they had a flip. They turned it into a flip book. She had Thunderstrike on one side, double feature, And on the other side, you got Code Blue.
Huh.
They were a bit crap. They were like just cops with like slightly better equipment than normal. Trying to take on the Wrecker. It's like, yeah, okay, give up. Right. I think there's only 2 of those double feature ones. I might as well show the other one as well. Yeah, they fight in there.
Yeah, I like that.
A giant robot. A giant humanoid robot, of all things. Put that back away. Come on, get in the belly bag. Right. Thunderstruck presents a sensational She-Hulk versus Titania grudge match. We're getting around to everyone's bedtime, Metarog. It's 1:10 in the morning here.
Wow.
Blood Axe and Thunderstrike together. Call him the Everyman Avenger. The Everyman Avenger, Thunderstrike. Day in the life. Because he's an ordinary Joe. It wasn't a god. Featuring the jungle-born Black Panther. Someone told me something today that I didn't realise. That this is on Wikipedia. So I don't know if it was like a fake thing on Wikipedia or it was true. But apparently Black Panther was called Black Leopard for about a couple of months in the 70s, apparently. Did you know that, Kyle? Did you hear about that?
They were going to name him.
Yeah, on Wikipedia
They
it says he was named
Black Leopard, big Black Panther movement. They were.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Shut up. But they went ahead and named him Black Panther.
That's what. Where did I see if I've got a Wikipedia page that I was looking at earlier? No, I think let's have a look if I can find the Werewolf one.
The idea was they were trying to make it vanilla, and they were going to name him Black Leopard.
Yeah.
So.
It says in a guest appearance in Fantastic Four 119 in February 1972, the Black Panther briefly used the name Black Leopard to avoid connotations with the party, but the new name did not last. So apparently it was actually used after he'd already been introduced as Black Panther at one point.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to end on this embarrassment.
All right, let me finish off this run then. I've got 2 more comics to go, I think.
Yeah.
Things got ugly.
That'd be a better title if the thing was on the cover.
Well, it's like Thunderstrike and Blood Axe have merged into one almost. Right, Thunderstrike the end. I believe he's got his son in his hat, in his arms there. And that's the end of the box. Yeah. But not quite the end of the stream because you've got a few more bits. Oh, you got something else you want to show us? What's that? Thanos.
Thanos.
Look how damn big that thing is.
Yeah, size isn't always a guarantee of.
It's actually my daughter's, but it's hanging here. But yeah, compared to a regular Funko Pop, here's a Thanos regular Funko Pop.
Right, that's a big old bag. Bloody hell, that is a big old bag, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 2 Funko Pops. One from Simple Simon in one of his contests years ago. I've got a Wolverine. He's like one of my least favorite characters.
I got one.
And a Golden Age Green Lantern I've got.
Voltron.
Ultron or Voltron?
Voltron.
Okay, is he one of those Transformers?
Voltron was the original. I traded away my first appearance of Voltron to Taylor Wyndham.
Is he a Transformer?
He's pre-Transformer.
Okay. Voltron.
Yeah, Voltron's pre-Transformer.
Did you win that, Ray, or did you pick it up yourself?
Nah, a friend of mine gave it to me.
Okay, cool. Voltron.
Now I don't have a I don't have a Funko Pop of Alan Scott, but I do have.
Pretty cool. Dusty.
I do have the card of Alan Scott's first appearance.
Oh, nice.
Autographed by Martin Odell, the creator of Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So that's my cool Green Lantern piece.
I've got a Superman hat. A big
Yeah.
bubble on the top.
I got a Homer Simpson hat.
This is ideal for the winter weather.
Don't play
3
with
hours.
your balls while we're watching.
Over 3 hours, Jackson. You just turned up for the end. Well done, mate. That's 3 hours. 3 hours of your life well spent not watching us. Yeah, I think we'll call that a night, shall we?
Nice, yeah. Yeah, let's call it a night.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Come back tomorrow for Geeky Weekly. Come back Saturday for Cover Slingers. Kyle might be on it. We never know.
Well, I might be on that, but I will be on tomorrow with Hillary Barta and re-remind.
Yes, you already.
Too tired. Re-remind.
He doesn't.
Re-remind Mark that he's gonna do his Q&A SpongeBob thing tomorrow, and send him the link so you have your questions prepared. Because in part 2, I'm probably gonna drink tomorrow on the show since Hillary ain't gonna want to do a drink and draw alone. So
okay,
I might actually.
All right, well, until next we meet, Grey Maniacs. Have a great amazing day.
Have a great dance.
Have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day. Oh, have a great amazing day.
Hey.
Wow.
Woo! Night, everybody.